office. All right, here we go. We are live. What's up? What's up, everybody?
Hey,
I didn't know if he's talking to us or the audience.
Right? I guess technically y'all, right? They can't say nothing back to me, right?
That's true.
Yeah, but man, we just wanted to pop up on y'all. We random pull up, ask us anything type of deal. We were sitting here. We was talking about the weather, the inclement weather. Carolyn said it's snowing where she is. Mila and them got a freeze in Texas of all places. So and then we had some weather days here as well. It wasn't really nothing, but it do a little bit of anything. Florida shutting down, so we'll take what we can get. But so I wanted to kind of talk about that. But before we do, let's go ahead and just tell the people who we are, all that good stuff, a little bit of background about us.
Okay, I'll go first. Hey, everybody. My name is Carolyn Arellano. I am the founder and the owner of Spotless Cleaning Service and Arellano Services. We do homes and commercial in both New York and in New Jersey. And I also am the founder of Cleaning Business Mentor. I have a YouTube channel at Carolyn Arellano. And yeah, I'm here to just drop in, chop it up with you guys about anything business related and talk a little bit about the CBN conference that's coming up.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll go next since everybody already knows AJ. Just kidding.
For some reason, I can't hear Carolyn either. That's why I'm leaving. I'm trying to leave out and then come back. Maybe it's me.
Okay, yeah, it probably is you. I can hear her. But hey, what's up, everybody? I see y'all in the chat. What's up? What's up? I'm Mila, the housekeeper. Mila Arzu. I clean Airbnbs in Houston. We're in Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio right now, trying to expand all over the United States and have housekeepers everywhere. And yeah, I'm over here freezing. I got my heater over here. I got my blanket. I got my jacket. My husband tried to freeze me out. Y'all remember when Bush was like, I'm going to smoke him out? When my husband is trying to freeze me out. He's keeping the house. It's like 17 degrees outside. But I digress. I try to stay warm.
Is it really that cold?
I'm cold-blooded, literally and figuratively. I'm a cold person. I'm a cold nature person, like naturally.
Yeah, see, I can't do the cold at all. So I got to stay in the heat. That's what's keeping me in Florida, much as I miss home sometime in Virginia, but I cannot leave this sun. I'm telling you, I need it. By the way, so I'm AJ Simmons, for those who don't know, founder of the Clean Business Network. We help people start and grow cleaning companies, help thousands of people over the years. And if you want to, we can help you too. So that's my background. And welcome, y'all. Now we got an event coming up in February 28th through March the 1st, Clean Business Network Conference that we all will be at. And we would love for you guys to join us there. And just wanted to make sure we announce all of that and all that type of stuff. Can you share the link for the ticket? I sure will. Here it is right here.
Yeah, y'all got to be there. It's going to be epic. The last one was already epic. I had a great time. I wish I had more time. I'm glad you made it 3 days now, right? The last time was it 2 days?
Yep, two last time and then 3 this time.
There's too many people I needed to get to and talk to, and I did too many people I didn't get to. So I'm glad it's 3 days now.
Right. I'm gonna refresh again. Y'all keep it rolling. I still can't hear Carolyn, so I'm gonna make sure I can hear y'all both.
No, go ahead. Yeah, welcome everybody. Please feel free to drop any of your questions in the comment section. Either myself, Mila, or AJ will have an answer for you guys.
Right. I see somebody, Rakita. She says Mila favors Gabrielle Union. I've been getting that like my whole life. Does anybody tell you look like Gabrielle Union? Of course I would. No. Now I'm like,
I wish I knew how to pull it up, like do a side by side right now.
Right. Just kidding. For real, we like young husbands, just like Gabrielle Union. That's for sure.
You are too funny.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Yes, we just popped up here. If you have any questions about the conference, any reservations, I know I talk to a lot of people. Their first question is usually like, where are you going to stay? I don't want to be alone. That type of thing. And just understand you're never going to be alone. We're going to be there. Pick any hotel. That's a question that I got personally is like, what hotel you got to stay at? I'm like, I have no idea what hotel I'm going to stay at. Hotel,
Right.
yeah, hotel's usually the last thing I pick because the hotel prices usually go down the closer it is.
Yep.
Yeah, so I always worry about my ticket, my flight ticket. That's my number one thing to get there. And then when we meet up, I mean, even the first night of the first conference, we all got together and had dinner. That was
Yep.
just them. Yeah,
Yep.
and then what happened the second night? I don't remember what happened the second night. We were
we were just outside the whole time. Like it'd be a blur a little bit. I know we went out that first night, and then the second night, I can't remember either. I think that's the night we went to the cigar bar. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, right. I don't remember one night. It was crazy. It was crazy. AJ, you were like, I know the day that we left. I think it was the day that we left. Like you were up like 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
We were trying to catch you before we left, and you were like, "Oh my god, it was crazy."
Yeah, I was out of it. I tried to muscle through and meet y'all again. I couldn't do it. I was out, but turn around though. Around about maybe 1 o'clock later that afternoon, we ended up still linking up. Everybody came to my crib, and we chilled there for the rest of the night again. And I stayed up to the next morning again. So, but yeah, it was legendary time for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, but y'all, man, don't worry about where you're gonna stay. Like Mila said, like it's a big family for real. Like when you get there, y'all gonna see what we mean. Like y'all we gonna recognize faces from the internet. We gonna just lock in, and it's gonna be natural because we already talk to each other. Like we don't talk to each other. Some of y'all we talk to each other, but the other y'all hear me talk enough or watch our channels, and then y'all will see like, oh damn, they act just like that in real life. It's them. So you're gonna feel like you know us anyway, and the fact that we can feel your genuineness off of you, we'll feel like we know you just the same. So it'll be just like a really like a family reunion. That's how it always feels when we all come together.
Facts. Make sure you guys pull up. It's definitely going to be a good time. It always is. And Mila is the queen of gathering people together and very impromptu. So no matter where we go, there's always a party after the party.
Yep.
I don't know why I do that, but I do it all the time.
I love to do that though.
I'm going to Paris, you guys.
Okay. Where my clap? Where my clap?
Solo dolo.
Hey.
I'm gonna test out my bravery again. I mean, not only do I like to travel, but it is kind of hard traveling alone. But I also, like I always say, I use it to build my muscles. So I'm like, okay, who am I gonna meet and like gather and go out with when I get there? Let me tell you, every time I go out, it always happens. So listen, if you don't got nobody, you got me in Vegas. Okay, it's Vegas.
Right.
You.
What you doing in Paris, or is it like a personal thing?
Of course, it's not a personal thing.
Okay, cool.
No, I need a break. I just need a break, and so I decided. And the price was right. That's what it was. That's what it was. So from Houston, it's a direct flight, Air France, 9 hours, $467. I said, "There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna leave that. There's no way." And it is the cold months. It's kind of the low season. That's why it is so cheap. But I remember I went in 2017. I actually booked 20 days. I already had my business. It was still running really slow. Housekeeper was running really slowly. I only had like 30 cleans a month, but I was like, I need a break. I always know when I get a break, I need a break. I'm getting close to a breakthrough. It always happens. I go to a vacation and because I know I need to decompress, and then that's when all the ideas start coming. So that's I'm just gonna go and probably just try to hang out. They have I already looked up, there's already conferences out there. There's of course museums. I love a museum. So I'm just going just to decompress and try to get my business in order so that I can come back flying.
Right.
Yeah,
it's crazy though. Like you're a business owner. You out of the field. You ain't out here slaving in the field no more, cleaning. So, and I just want people to pay attention to that. Like you get just up and go and say, "Oh, that's a good flight to Paris. I'm going to Paris. I need a break." Like who can do that? You know what I mean? Like, better yet, how many people do you know that can do that? And see, Mila could be one of them people that that can do that. Exactly. If you come to the conference and meet her there. Like, this is stuff right
here. Alone. Nobody can go. Everybody working. Everybody got 2 weeks at work. I'm gone. Go to a coffee shop and work.
Right.
Go do yoga somewhere. Do some stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see we got a question too, though. Ari
this is
Steele?
from Ari. So he says,
Okay.
I've been cold calling businesses, and almost every time they tell me that the owner of the actual building makes the cleaning decisions. Any tips on getting around that?
I don't think you want to get around it. You want to get to it. They just told you what you need right there. You need to talk to the owner. So ask, okay, first of all, what's their name? You know what I mean? Can I speak to them? And see if you can talk to them, because obviously they're the ones that's the decision maker. So never waste your time talking to the person that's not in charge of actually hiring the cleaning company. So speak to the owner instead next time. Get their name, follow up, see what time they're gonna be in the office. Hell, pull up on them if you can, you know what I mean? But try to talk to that person instead. Don't waste your time talking to the person that just told you that. But we're glad that they gave you that information.
Yeah, I also
for sure.
wonder, are they asking the right questions? Because that's what I would tell somebody just to make them go away.
That's it. Yeah.
I would
That
just
is
say,
it.
well, the owner makes decisions. I can't help you. You know?
Right.
I
And
don't
that's why I
want-
always tell people, that's why like they be like, what should you say when you call? I always start off with, do you know who's in charge of hiring a cleaning company? That way it's like, number one, the person on the phone, their job is customer service anyway. So they're wired to already answer your question. So you start off with a question. That's number one. Number two, they other jobs that make you go away, like you said. So it's like, well, part of making you go away is getting you off their phone. So if they can get rid of you and put you on somebody else, hey, they'll do it. So like now that you got that though, you don't have to ask that. You know who it is. So just ask to talk to them. But yeah, for sure, ask the right question. Make sure you're asking the right question.
Facts. So we have another. Oh, is this the same Ari? It is Ari. Any tips on getting government contracts?
My biggest tip would be to come to Clean Business Network Conference and meet my guy Eric Coffey. I'm actually trying to get him on for live. This week we got Erica Williams on. Shout out to Erica Williams. She'll be on this Friday with us. Her channel is so huge. She's been killing it on this online place for a long, long time, getting this internet money before I was getting this internet money. So excited to hear from her. But Eric Coffey, though, he's the man when it comes to government contracts. Almost anybody that you see talking about that type of stuff on the internet and all that, they learn from him. He's the one. So make sure you at the Clean Business Network Conference and look up his YouTube channel too. He can probably answer those questions better than I can. Look up my interview with him. He answered questions about it on there as well.
Yeah, not only there's a whole bunch of different kind of specialists at the Clean Biz Network Conference doing all kinds of stuff that we can talk to. I was talking to one guy. He has like 6 different cities. I'm like, how you do that? He's built the game. You know, just ask anybody and they'll be there to help you out. So all kinds of experts going to be there. We're trying to get our business level in 2024. I don't know about y'all. That's why I'm taking my vacation in the beginning. Okay.
Right.
I'll be grinding the rest of the time. Actually, I'll be grinding while I'm over there too.
Right. I'm waiting because once I get this conference out the way, we're gonna go there. I'm gonna get like inspired again. Because last time I got such a big boost of energy afterwards. So and that's why I'm glad we're doing it early this year too, because that means for the rest of the year I can really close out strong and build off of the momentum from that conference too.
Absolutely.
All right, what's the next one we got here? Let me see. Selena Marty says, how would you even start building clientele, or do you have any tips? How would you even start? I mean, the same thing we say every week, right? Or every day. It's like pick up the phone, cold call different businesses in your area, go door to door, flyers, buy leads if you need to buy leads because you ain't got time to do these things. So if you got money, buy leads. If you don't got money but you got time, to go door to door, pass out flyers, pick up the phone, cold call, that type of stuff. What would you say, Carolyn, as far as residential? How would she build a clientele as far as residential will go?
For residential, I would say work in the Facebook groups a lot. Just, finding groups that are for the city that you're targeting. So like moms of Hazlitt or stuff like that, the neighborhood groups. So I would just go into those groups and post not just so much as your business, but also post as yourself, dropping like your business link and information. I would say Facebook is a huge opportunity to get in front of people for free. And there are also Facebook groups for businesses that you can also work with and network, where they actually allow you to like post your business's information. So you can also post as your business. I would say that, and Google My Business. We always say that it's free, and adding to that profile and getting reviews for sure.
Yep. I love
and
it.
word of mouth.
How about
Talk about it. No, I was gonna say also just word of mouth. Like you have to tell everybody. Send everyone a text in your phone book, like your friends, your families, anyone that you know owns a business, and just like keep talking about it till people get sick of it. And then keep
Fact.
talking about it. Well,
I saw a tweet this morning. It's a cleaning guy, and he said something like, a lot of people ask, how do you get clients? And he's like, the easiest and fastest way is to start knocking on doors.
Yep.
You know, if you want to, I mean, that's residential. I do Airbnb cleaning, which is a little bit harder just to knock on any random door.
Mhm.
But the first question you really got to ask is, where are they and how are they trying to look for you? And then do it like in reverse. It's like, okay, I know my Airbnb. Okay, they're on Airbnb, but you can't message them on Airbnb. Where else? They're on the internet. Where else? Where would they try to find me? They would try to find me on the internet. So I heavily invested in learning how to do SEO and backlinks and building my website so that whenever you Google Airbnb cleaning or Airbnb cleaning companies, Houston, I'm on the first page, and I'm right now the second company on there. Outside of Turno. Outside of Turno,
Okay.
number one, and I'm number two. So
Love it. Okay. I see this one right here. Let me see. This one was a long one. It said Passion Plus says, thanks for your time. Please break down the process of how money is paid up front after coming to monthly agreement, the process of getting my workers paid after the money is wired from that account. That is so long. let me get, I think I see what you're saying though. So basically you're saying, how do you get paid up front? That's the first part, I guess.
process of how money is paid up.
Paid up front after coming a month. All right, bet. So all right, so I answered that part first. So basically, whenever you get a new contract, when we're talking commercial, by the way, so whenever you get a new contract, you typically not going to start until the following first of the month, or it might be even later, right? So let's just say you close the deal today is the 16th. Y'all start date probably ain't gonna be to the first of what, February, if not later. It could be February 16th or something like that. So you're gonna have time. So what happens is when they sign the agreement today, send the invoice today. And then you make the invoice due upon receipt, and that's how you can get paid up front. So that's the first part. The second part is the process of getting my workers paid after the money is wired. You simply put them on payroll. So get Gusto, so get your people signed up on your payroll, and then set up the payday, and then send them money. You got the money now because it's already in your account. So now you just process payroll. That's pretty much it.
yeah, I used to invoice my clients afterwards until I stopped getting to know them, and then they started taking advantage and not paying them. So now but that's individual people. It's not like if this is a commercial question, you know, it didn't specify commercial, residential, whatever.
Yeah.
But for me, they have to pay for me to show up, and there you already have your money. And then we pay our cleaners every Friday. They get paid a week behind. So from Monday to Sunday last week, they get paid the next Friday for that week. So that's how I do that. Obviously, the more often you pay your cleaners, the easier to keep them if they're good, if you want to keep them around. So that's what I do.
Yeah, I agree with Mila. I do the same thing. They get paid, they work a week and then they get paid the latest the following Friday. If we can pay them sooner, we absolutely do, because people love to be able to spend the money that they earned.
Right. He said,
Well,
that's what
I
they
do.
come to work for.
Pay me.
Right. All right. What percentage of the revenue do you take home for larger 5-day-a-week accounts? It depends. So, and you saying what you take home? Well, really, basically, what you're asking is how much do we get to keep per contract? So it depends on how you pay your people. So if you pay by a percentage, then it'll always be 30% or 40%, whatever your profit split is. Up to you to decide what that is. But you might pay hourly, and so sometimes you might be lucky and you're getting 60%. Then other times you might be like cutting it thin, you underbid and you only getting 20%. So it really just depends on how you're paying your people, whether you bid the job right, all of that type of stuff. I think if you ask that question a different way, I can probably give you a better answer.
Yeah, it kind of looks like, the thing about it is, it sounds like they need to make a decision on what percent they want to make. You're only going to make
That's what I think he's trying to ask.
Your goal is, you have
Yeah.
to have a goal. So like we try to keep around 40%. It always comes out to be 39, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
When you're actually working on margins, 30% is the minimum everybody should do. But when you have your own business, you can do 30 to even almost 80%. But Yeah, we want to keep at least 40%, and 39% is okay with me.
For sure. And you also have to keep in mind like what you're charging, right? So like that's a big part of it too. It might not just be the percentage, but how are you pricing that job? But yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into that for sure.
Facts. And look, real quick, I don't want to forget this very important thing. It's this thing going across the bottom of the screen, right? And it says something about visiting www.cbnconference.com. So make sure you do that and go get your tickets so you can meet us at CBN Conference, Clean Business Network Conference, this February 28th in Las Vegas. All right. And see, y'all got it easy today. I see both of y'all got a nice drink. Y'all in the cold. Carolyn, what you got? Snow?
I know. What are you drinking, Carolyn? Some wine?
Yes. Listen.
See what happened when you got your systems?
No,
yeah,
I'm back on my water fast. I started again yesterday. I'm on water yesterday, today, and then tomorrow. And then I think I might. It's a 3-day water fast, but I'm gonna see if I can do 7 days on just water.
Ooh.
Okay.
We'll see. I just announced that, but I mean minimum 3 days. So
you gotta do once you put it on camera, it's a wrap. You gotta do it now.
Yeah. I get so much clarity and focus when I'm just on water, because you don't want to focus on food. So you gotta focus on work. So I'm on time. You see, I'm on time today and everything.
In fact, no, it definitely make a difference. So my head ain't all foggy this morning or nothing. Right. I ain't drink yesterday. Man, I got my guy on here, Mr. William Wade, the legend. What's good, bro? Welcome.
Hey. We can't hear him.
Hello.
For some reason, we don't got your audio. Let me see. No, we still can't hear you. Let me see. Yeah, I was gonna say leave out to come back. But anyway, I'm gonna intro him before he comes back. But anyway, William Wade, man, he been in Clean Business Networks for I don't know how long. I just saw his comment on here, saw he was watching, so I heard, but just told him, hey, hop on. I mean, I don't even know what the plan is or nothing, but just come on. I mean, he spoke at the very first Clean Business Network conference, so shout out to him. He want to see the Outstanding Entrepreneur Award for Clean Business Network, which I need to announce the nominees for this upcoming one too. That's something that I haven't done in the past, is announce the nominees ahead of time. We're getting better with time. So yeah, we're going to announce the nominees ahead of time this time. And he won one last time. His saying is "Which ain't doing enough," which is the acronym for his last name, Wade. So he back now. Sound like you got some audio now, bro. What's good with you?
Hey man, how you doing, man? I appreciate you inviting me on. I finally caught y'all, man. I've been keeping the conference coming up more, and I've been tuning in just to see exactly, man.
Well, then you went out again.
Yeah, it just went out on you, bro. We heard you at first, and then with the audio went out again for some reason. Dang.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what we'll do is, if we can get your audio straight, what we'll do, we'll have you share too. Just tell us about your experience with the conference and everything. And let the people know, because I think he got his ticket already too. I'm pretty sure I saw his name, so he'll be there. So pull up and meet us there. All right, y'all.
Still can't hear you.
What is it? Oh, we got a super chat. I ain't even see it. They ain't tell me nothing. Shout out to Alex in the zone with the super chat. Appreciate that. Where my bells and whistles at? Let me get a bell and whistle on here. There we go. All right, we need now, bro. All right. So Alex in the zone says, do y'all use Booking Koala? Someone does. Go ahead and hop on that.
I do. I use Booking Koala. We use Booking Koala to book our cleans. There's all kind of different ways our clients book our cleans. Sometimes they'll give us their iCal because we do vacation rental cleaning. But a lot of times individual clients, if they have 1 or 2 Airbnbs, they can go on our website and book it themselves. And we use their embed code to actually book, and they can tell what the price is going to be, what they want for the clean and stuff like that. So we use Booking Koala for that. Nobody else uses it?
No.
Yeah, I know Carolyn do. You use Booking Koala, right?
Yeah, I do. I actually dropped a link in the chat for anybody that is looking to test it out. Yeah, it's very inexpensive. That's why I like it. I was a fan of using Jobber, but their prices were too much. But yeah, Booking Koala is also good for people that are subcontracting their work.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
yes.
we can hear you.
Okay, I can hear y'all too. Well, I wanted to say hi to y'all too, Mila and Carolyn. I watch
Hi.
y'all as well. So I don't know what was going on with my auto, but I want to make sure I did speak to y'all too. I like what y'all have going on as well.
Oh,
And
thank
Mila, I
you.
love your energy. You just come with that fire, and that you just I could tell you the life of the party.
Right.
Thank you. I try not to be. I don't know where it comes from, but it's just who I am. Thank you, William.
All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. I'm in a good spot at the moment. I've got all the legal stuff done. I'm ready to actually get out there. Let's get it. This one, did I get this one? We already got that one.
Yeah.
All right, where are we? Let's try this. Do you have any recommendations for upholstery cleaning machines? What y'all got for that? I think I seen
For
you,
me,
Wade. I know you do a lot of special service.
yeah, for me, I do. It depends on where you are. Like, a lot of times when we get these questions, depend on where you are in your business. Because when I first came in, if I'm not making enough money to actually invest in a big machine, I went in at Home Depot and got me a nice little upholstery cleaner. And I was doing some upholsteries. I do some churches right now, and we done moved up to a steam cleaner. And so now we got a steam cleaner. But I spent like maybe $250 on the steam cleaner, and I made that money back on the first job because now we could take the steam cleaner and do the ovens on one of my subways, and then we offered up an extra service with the steam cleaner. So it just depends on where you are. Bissell, like I said, a little Bissell I'll use. And then sometimes if I'm doing upholstery at a bigger place, I may go and rent me a rug doctor with the extension on it, like from Home Depot, because I don't have enough business as to just buy like a big upholstery cleaner that, that's not like a big market of my business.
Right. I love that, bro. I forgot. Yeah, definitely rent the machines if you need one. And one thing I was just gonna say is Sheree. I just realized her name. She came from Clubhouse as well. Remember her? So shout out to her for following us over here to YouTube. And what else we got here?
And then make sure you put the purchase of the rental into the bill. Like, I know a lot of times people, they forget to put the rental of the bill. I was talking to some of my people, and they was like, man, well I got to rent $45 or $80. And I'm like, well, add it to the bill. Just add it to there and, make the client, well, I don't want to say make the client, just, lump it all together as one.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, and we use, I don't remember what, I just texted my husband to ask him, what do we use? I forgot. But we keep a carpet cleaner around that you can use for upholstery too. I don't know. Wade was saying the same thing. Like, I think it's about $250, $300. And we keep it in the storage of one of our clients because it's in the middle of the city and we just go pick it up whenever we need it. So yeah, keep one around.
Yep.
You're right. You know what? I have one. Now that you said that to me, there's one that I have that we do in a like residential moving and move out clean. It's like an upright one, and you like it's a vacuum, but it's a carpet cleaner and it has the attachments. So yeah, that is another good one that we have as well. So yeah.
Yeah, he just told me it's a Hoover.
Yeah. I got one. I got one at Home Depot.
Okay. Yeah.
And I would say to your local janitorial supply stores, usually if you tell them what you're trying to do, they got a machine for it and they'll rent one to you too. So that'll be another option in addition to the Home Depots and the Lowe's or whoever else rent them out. All right, let's see what else we got. Goddess Kamisi. She said I said it right last time. I probably fucked it up this time. But anyway, she says, how can you guys go over the new tax law for LLC holders? So I talked about it a little bit last live. I'm no expert on it, but I can tell you this is what I know so far as my research goes. And shout out again to Marcus Crockett for putting me onto it. His channel is Clean Things Solutions. Make sure you check him out. He'll also be speaking at Clean Business Network Conference in February. But what it is basically this. So if you ain't got your LLC yet, then you got 30 days to do it from when you set it up. So make sure you go to it. It's fincen.gov. So www.fincen.gov. And it's basically supposedly a new system that the government wants to monitor all companies making under, I think, like it's under a certain amount. It's coming after the smaller guys, basically. Big people don't have to do it, but they want to monitor us. I can see you, me. Look, but they basically want to monitor. They supposedly trying to keep crime down by monitoring all of this stuff. So. But if you already got your LLC, you've been in business for more than 30 days, then we got until before the end of 2024 to file ours. But everybody brand new, you got to do it within 30 days of creating your LLC. And for what I understand, it's free to do. It's just paperwork. So just go online, go to fincen.gov and make sure you register for that. As Mila and I said in the last live, we'll be waiting for everybody else to do it first. We probably do that towards the end of the year and see what happens. Because sometimes
get a letter about it next year. I'm just kidding.
now the only thing though, if you late, I think they charge like $500 a day for every day that you
don't
file.
Hell no, then absolutely not. Right. Then I will be on top of it. If it's
that's what they want you to do. Didn't they do some crazy stuff like that with the jab? Didn't they threaten people?
Firing people and everything? Yeah.
Right. But this is the thing. I got an email about it yesterday, and I told my husband, because he's always on top of everything, every paperwork. I said, you better not sign up for this thing. First of all, not yet. Right. We're not going to tell you, don't ban us now. Because this is the thing. I told him, because it said the law. And so we keep hearing about it, but what does the law actually say? That's the problem. We don't read the law. I want to read it before I sign up for it. I want to read what the law says. So I can, really. That's how people are like, oh, you got 1099, you don't do W-2. Don't you get punished for this, and you got 1099? Well, guess what? I read the law. And guess what? I know how to get around it. So I'm gonna read it before I sign up for it. No, and I recommend everybody to read what the law said before you sign your name on the dotted line. That's all.
Right. So FinFin.gov. That's go there and figure out if what you got to do on that. And then also too is another one, by the way, since you brought this up. So I just found this one. Just came across my plate. Shout out to Brandon, who's also speaking at the Clean Business Network conference. He sent this one to me might have been Friday. He's sitting in my inbox on IG. And so the new one is in March, starting in March. They trying to treat 1099 workers. You're not treating them as an employee, but we're going to be required to provide them with health care and all type of other benefits and stuff, retirement thing. So look into that one too. I don't know the name of the law yet, but look it up. So will drop in March. So yeah, they trying to make it harder and harder, boy. I tell you that.
Right. We're too many of us are making money, but anyway,
right.
You got to shut that down. No, he sent it to me yesterday too, and I feel like the law never whatever it was, it never changed. It just seems like they're highlighting it because even now you can give a 1099 access to insurance and stuff like that. I already talked to somebody from score.org when I came up with should I do 1099, should I do W-2? And he's like, okay, well, you got to think about what you want. Well, most of my people don't have documents, and if they're 1099s, you don't need to know their status. They don't have to have US documents they might have to change that now that I'm saying out in public. But the more you expose stuff, the more they try to tighten it up. They're like, oh, they're doing that. Let's make sure that if you whatever the case may be. So
yeah, that's really it's like they're moving the goalposts because we getting too hip to the game now. So that's all right. We're just gonna keep being more hip and we're gonna keep growing this wealth no matter what. They can't stop it. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got. Lorena, shout out to her, says to branch out to a different state and start a new chapter of your cleaning business. What would be your advice? Mila, you done it, right?
Let's see. Oh yeah, different state, new chapter of your cleaning business.
I'm gonna tell you, dude. The one you got speaking at the clean bit. I forgot his name. He came on last. He did the one. He does the big gym. I mean, at the auditorium.
Oh, yeah, Mario Kelly.
Man, he put me in on game when he was with the staffing agency and stuff like that. I'm glad you had him back because he gave me real good game last year at the event, and he had me thinking real big because he's doing auditoriums. I mean, how do you put all those people in auditoriums? we struggling to fill people. So then he came with the staff, and I'm like, man, that was a great game. So that was big for me there. I think that helped me to try to. Yeah. I'm not in the States right now though, but that's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. What I do, I've done it a couple different ways. One way that helped a lot was already building a relationship with somebody who was already going to give me business over in a different state. So it's easier for me to move over there because if I already have money hanging out waiting for me in California, saying, "Hey, I have 12 Airbnb units." It's easy for me to go over there because I already have money waiting for me. So I would say try to get some clients first and then go over there. Now I did it a different way too, actually, because I was testing out manifestation when I was starting my business. And, I always hear if you just keep going, if you just believe, if you just manifest it. So when I had my website, I'm like, you know what? I want to grow big. Let me start in Dallas. Dallas is probably like the next biggest city in Texas outside of Houston. So I said, let me try Dallas. So I put on my website, coming soon to Dallas or something like that. Dallas coming soon. And I got a call from somebody from Dallas said, hey, I have 13 units. I went over to Dallas and I was working in Dallas. And that's how I first started in Dallas. Yeah. And California, I met somebody on IG. He has an Airbnb business for the military. I told him that was a dope idea. We became friends. And he's like, hey, I have a partner out there. He has 12 units. And it was during the pandemic. He's like, he's having a hard time finding cleaners. Do you think you go out there? Well, I lost 88 units. And I'm like, sure, I'll go out there. Maybe my family can go to the beach every day. And I'll be grinding, trying to get more business in California. And while I was there for 1 month, I ended up with 5 different clients with all kinds of different units for Airbnb. And they all had like 10, 12 units. So that's how I go to, just don't think about it too hard.
Yeah.
You can do it there, you can do it anywhere, basically.
Facts. Like whatever you did in the first state,
another tip that I do.
Right?
Another tip that I do, I get some subcontractors in other states, and I use the Clean Biz Network. I just go in there and say, hey, I got some work in this area. If somebody in here could do it, and you'll be surprised how many people you can link up with. I met a couple of people. Now, Clean Biz, that's one of the biggest tips that I have with working in other states is using the Clean Biz group to message people, and you find somebody in Missouri or Mississippi, and then you can have business and working in that. So that's a real big tip too. But you just got to get, build a relationship with somebody that you can trust out of state, I believe. But I've worked with a guy for like maybe a month and a half, 2 months that I met in Clean Biz, and he was in a whole nother state. I'd never seen the building, and I didn't have no problem with him. My guy Mike, I think Mike Wilkins. He took on 2 Walmarts for me out there, and he didn't even call me. He had no complaints, like nothing at all. It went smooth for 2 whole months. Never seen the guy in my life. Just met him inside the
network, man. That's
yeah. Yeah.
I even used Clean Biz Network to find my partner out in Cincinnati.
Yeah. And his interview is dropping soon. Shout out to Charles Banks.
Yeah, shout out to Charles Banks. He's a very nice guy, and found him on Clean Biz Network.
There we go. One thing I was going to add to this one too, Lorena. I'm trying to say it with that twang too, but I ain't got it. But anyway, was damn, my computer loaded. Am I freezing?
You are.
Am I good?
On my yeah.
Shit. All right. I froze.
You froze.
Okay.
I saw.
Everyone says no, but anyway, if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Well, if you can hear me, what I was going to say was one thing I will add too is if you got a Google my business profile set up already, that'll give you a huge advantage because get out here, go door to door, and just keep it real. Hey, we just got moved here. We're expanding to this area. We started in wherever you are now. And then you can kind of show them the Google results and they can see, okay, they already established. You got your website up, you got your Google review. So they know that you exist, but you just new here. So that always help a lot too. And then I would say, try to join some, what do they call like the commerce? What is it called?
Chamber of Commerce.
The shit.
Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah. There you go. And maybe meet with those guys because maybe they'll be like, you can tell them, hey, we used to do business in this other state or this other city. But now we're expanding over here, but we already got a proven track record, blah, blah, blah. So that could help you too. I just want to throw that 2 cents in there.
Awesome. Should we go to the next question?
Yeah, hold on. So we were just there. So this is from Javier Medina. What gross and net percentage do you shoot for when doing commercial, residential, Airbnb? I realize that I'm netting about 15 to 20 when doing Airbnbs and maybe 25 to 30 when doing residential. Well, I would say 30% residential is not bad. Honestly, like 30 to 40 residential, that's good.
So go ahead. I go 40 to 60% if I can. I go 40 to 60%, and that how I do that is how I bid. I go in and I usually bid on how much it takes a person to clean a building, and then if I want to pay them $20 an hour, I multiply that $20 or $15 an hour, whatever I want to pay them for how long I think it's going to take, and then I add, after I get that how much I think is good, I add 40 or 55% onto that number. And so I always try to take advantage of the fact that I want to pay, because I came from a franchise, and so I know how they do it. They bid it and then give you the change. I decided to want to do it different. I want to bid it to where I want to pay somebody and add my percentage on top of it. Now I don't get as much, but since I have a system in place now, I say, you know, I use Swep and a lot of other things that I'm doing. I pay more. I charge them. I feel like I could charge them more for the system I got. I have investors come. I mean, not investors, inspectors coming behind now. I have emails going out that we doing feedback, getting feedback from a monthly. So with all that going out, I feel that I can, you know, add my 45. And some buildings I can add 50% to it. You know what I mean? Because it's, you know, it might be once a week or twice a week clean, or, you know, it's a good ROI on the building. So I shoot for 40 to 60.
I love that. And then also I think it's important too, we should note where we are. Where are you based out of again, bro? You in Tennessee, right?
You mean? Yeah, I'm in Tennessee. I'm in Nashville,
Okay.
yeah.
And then Carolyn, you in what, New Jersey, New York? I'm Florida, Virginia. That's my background. And Mila's out there in Texas. So I would say for where I am, we do, I like 30% is cool for me in commercial. I'm trying to get around 50 if it was residential. And Airbnb, I wouldn't know because I ain't never done that at all.
We try to keep 39%, like I said earlier, take home 39%. Our cleaners get 60%, and we try to take home 39%. We try to save 40, but you know, with all the little fees and all that stuff we got to pay for, we take about 39%.
All right, Akeem Archibald, longtime Clean Biz Network member. We should get an interview, by the way. Do we need for independent contractors to have general liability insurance? Depends on where you live, I think. So it's different states that require it by law, and then it's also it's one thing is, did the law require it? If not, and you don't want to require it yourself, then no. But if the law doesn't require it and you decide you want to have them have it, then that's up to you. You can also add them as additional insurance on your general liability insurance policy. So that's something if you're really worried. But the answer to that is it depends on where you live. Probably not, but it depends.
Yeah. For my business, I want to cover all the responsibilities. So.
Okay. Freestyle 72, longtime YouTube channel subscriber. Appreciate you. He says, do anyone you have trademark your brand name? And if so, what service would you suggest? So my 2 cents on that is no. And after I know, right? You would think, but after studying like trademarks and copyrights, typically it's all about what can you prove in court. So with the amount of things that I got out here that's time stamped by YouTube, typically, or time stamped by when my published date, it's very clear to see that I was the first to put something out. So if somebody come copy me and I bring in this proof that bam, I did it on this date. Nobody did it before me. And this is, I think I can win in court without all. Now, as we get bigger, I probably will start doing most things like that. But me personally, I don't think I have anything where I think it's mandatory for me to prioritize that right now. I'm focused on the bag right now, me personally.
Yeah, I'm glad you said. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mila.
Sorry, William. Yeah, I trademarked my business, I think 2-3 years ago. Because, you know, housekeeper. I spent a lot of time coming up with this name. Okay, and, you know, I would hate for somebody to just steal this good name. You know what I'm saying? People are calling themselves housekeeper. You know, I like that too, though. I like, you know, it's just like Airbnb. You know, they use the word area. You want to be called a housekeeper? Call yourself housekeeper. You know, somebody who cleans Airbnbs. But as far as a name, nobody can, you know, be housekeeper, you know, housekeeper New York or housekeeper, because you can get a cease and desist. I can send you a letter and say, you got to shut that name down or I'm going to sue you. But that's the only thing. But the problem with a trademark is I don't love that it doesn't cover it internationally, because I did see somebody housekeeper without the key, without the Y, but with another E in like Australia. But there's nothing I could do about somebody in Australia with the same name. But you can do something about the United States. And I used somebody I found on Instagram. She was Trademark My Stuff. Look it up. Trademark My Stuff. She's a lawyer. And she did a pretty good job. The problem at the time was it was during the pandemic. So everything with the government was all slow because of all that, I don't know, whatever they put on us, lockdown and all that stuff. So it took a little bit longer, but I'm pretty sure now it's gonna be fine. She's a great lawyer, had no problems, very educated woman. Trademark my stuff on Instagram.
Okay.
I was gonna ask because that wishing ain't doing enough. People say I need to get a trademark. Like, wait, wishing ain't doing enough. So you need to get a trademark. I'm like, wow. I mean, I don't see a purpose, and so I'm glad that I heard y'all two advice on that. Yeah. Carolyn, what you think about trademarking?
So I've never had to trademark my name before, or never really considered it. But after hearing everybody's response, like just from different angles, I'm starting to consider it, right? Like,
yeah, after Mila said what she said, I'm like,
yeah.
I know where AJ is coming from also as well, though. It's because like it's one of those things where it's like, okay, like when we have these contracts that we write up, right? It's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna sue you for this much, but are you really gonna take me to court over it? Like, I don't know. I guess I would have to see how much it would cost. I'm gonna definitely look into it though. Something I've never had to think of.
Yeah, the cost of getting it, and then how big are you planning to be? Like your housekeeper in particular is a very unique name. I told you as soon as I've seen it, like if somebody go look up her website and stuff, it looks
for
like
sure.
Fucking Airbnb itself or Turner or somebody, right? It's like a tech company, so it makes sense. Like it's a big vision on that one.
Yes.
At this point, Clean Business Network, probably should. Calculated clean, probably should. But it's like, but early on, because I wouldn't even know what. At first, I was just hustling. You know what I mean? Yeah. It wasn't even supposed to get that big. So it was like, but I think once you realize how big you're trying to get, definitely should be on the table to go ahead.
Yeah, because anybody can swoop in and then trademark it and then steal your name. It's gone. I mean, they do research. The lawyers do make sure that there's nobody else out there, and then if there is, they do. I don't know what they got to do to make sure that you can have it for you yourself, but
just out of curiosity, how much does something like that cost? And I know it's different everywhere we are, but
yeah, it had to be like 3 years ago, and I don't really remember, but I do kind of remember it had to be like around $3,000. It had to be like around there.
That's a big money. People don't never remember how much they paid for nothing.
Right? Yeah, it had to be because like with her fees plus she's doing the thing, I think it was about $3,000, something like that. But I mean, it's totally worth it.
Right.
Somebody, shutting down somebody who's trying to take your name.
Right.
There's no ifs and buts about it when you have the law.
Fact.
But there's no question.
Javier Medina. By the way, speaking of Javier Medina, right? Carolyn, I see somebody say this before when I first interviewed you. They said that in my comments, they were like, why did you let him pronounce your name like that? You know it's supposed to be Ariano and not Arellano. And I was like, damn, in Spanish, it is 2 L's, is a Y. So are we doing it wrong?
No, Javier Medina, that's right. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? I don't expect everybody to know. That's but no. Yeah, Javier Medina. Shout out to Javier.
Yeah. What about Arellano? Is it Ariano or Arellano?
Oh, well, hold on. I'm gonna get I actually get canceled on my own channel for saying my last name wrong. I really do. I get canceled on my own YouTube. So in English, it's Arellano, but I am expected by my Hispanic community to say Arellano. So it's Carolyn Arellano.
Gotcha.
Arellano is fine. I say it like that too, and I
get because you said, I'm like, well, how are they gonna tell me how to say her name? And she said that's how you say her name. But anyway, appreciate that.
You're like, come on, you know you're Spanish. Say it the right way. Say it the right way.
All right, sorry, my Spanish people. We don't want no problems at all. All right, if I bid higher than what I'm currently bidding, I can't win bids. It's becoming very frustrating because that means I have to have more volume than what I currently do in order to pay myself. If I bid higher than what I'm currently bidding, well, so don't have limiting beliefs, right? Because you'll know what you can do until you try. So that's number one. So you're assuming that you can't. You don't really know though. So you might have got told no, what, babe, 5-10 accounts or so. and then now you assuming that everybody thinks you got a problem with price. I think just like Wade was saying earlier, I think the more value that you can provide and show and sell to the customer, the more you can get away with charging. So you don't think you're gonna walk up in there charging the top of the top, but you doing your walkthroughs without it. You ain't got a paper pad, you ain't got no nothing. I know when he go to his walkthroughs and stuff, he got the pad with him. You know what I mean? He got the iPad with him. He got software. He got technology. He looked like a representative of a company. If I move this comment right now, he got his company shirt on. You know what I mean? Do you got so it's like, are you presenting yourself in a way that would look like you can get away with charging enough? You know what I mean? So just keep things like that in mind. And again, those are assumptions. I don't know everything about how you're doing that, but I just want you to consider that first. Other thing is this: business is gonna be frustrating sometimes. Don't let it get to you. And most importantly, just know your own numbers. Like, how much is it gonna cost you to get the job done? How much more do you need to put on top of that to make some money and charge that? And then are you gonna be competitive when you do that work? I like to start there. Once you get a few of those, you start closing some deals, then you can start getting fancy and be particular about, you know what I mean, what you ain't gonna go under and all of that. But starting off, and I'm assuming you're starting off because you're saying you're having trouble closing. People that's usually already good don't have these problems. So just try to be competitive, make sure you're getting some profit, and then we'll figure out how you can charge more later. Stop trying to get rich off of one contract. Y'all do that a lot. Y'all want to make so much money off of 1 or 2 contracts, man. You're gonna have to do some volume. You're gonna need some more, honestly, unless you plan on cleaning all the buildings yourself, which that ain't gonna take you very far in the long run either. But that's my response on that.
I got something to say too, because coming from my franchise again, I didn't know how to bid, right? And so I hear everybody saying, man, bid your worth, know your worth. And I'm listening to everybody. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to a lot of people learn how to bid, right? And even using some calculators and some of the things, some of those people bidding higher in certain areas, like California might be lower than me. So I was missing a lot of bids too. I even went in and just asked people, what can they pay? Like when I was getting in, I wasn't making any money because I had my franchise, and I was distancing myself from that. I was just asking people, how much did you pay? And then on some of the buildings, bro, I was putting people in and wasn't making number $25 a month. But I had to get it in, like seriously. Because I was with my hey, how you doing? I forgot how to say your name. Angelica, yeah. But yeah, how you doing? But no, I was really I just took exactly. I mean, sometimes I just took what I can get. Like the market didn't know me. I couldn't step in with the big head saying, "Hey, I'm going to charge my worth." When I was working with my franchise, they went a $200 market. I mean, $200 minimum. And then when they took their percentage, I was making $152 for the building. So when I went into the game, my minimum was $150. If I was making $152 for the franchise, I could do $150 for the month. So I came in, and I hear some people was like, "Man, I'm not spending under $250, $300." I wasn't thinking that they got overhead, they got systems, they got software, they got all this stuff they may be paying for. So I'm trying to go with my experienced self, going in saying, hey, I'm not going on the 300. And it took me about 9 months to close the deal. So I actually went in and I was like, man, you know what? I could do it for $150. Since I'm a cleaner myself, I go in here twice a month. It's $75 a clean for me. I'm making $150. My problem was when I had to put somebody in their building as I start to scale. And so my goal was to put him in there for $125. He go 2 times a month. He make like $60. He go, and I just made the $25. I eventually faded that out, but I mean, it happens though,
Yeah. Sure. All right, y'all. Let's see what else we got here. Donnie Brosco says,
I think he's talking to me. My last name is Arzu.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So he said his business is in East Texas, White Scope Cleaning Services. If you ever need assistance, please feel free to reach out.
All right, Johnny, I'm busy, so send me an email. Come on now, man. It's Mila the Hostkeeper. I'm put it over here in the chat. Mila the Hostkeeper @gmail.com. Send me your email and your information, and then tell me where exactly in East Texas you are. I get people who want cleans all the time everywhere. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to have my teams, and I'm open to working with people. So shoot me an email. I'll put it in the chat.
All right. Selena Marty says, what is the best way to purchase products? Wholesale or just one product at a time? That's a good question.
I guess it depends on your situation. If it's just in the beginning and you don't have too much, I get like buying the whole one product at a time so that you can get the job done to get some more money. I'll be real with you. Cleaning products are so damn expensive now after COVID.
Yeah.
So expensive, you guys, like ridiculously. I would say if you could wholesale, if you can find a local distributor, or if you can find even Staples, Advantage.com, they'll try to match pricing. But I would do your research for sure, because it could be certain products from a distributor, a wholesaler. It could be certain products from who even knows, like the dollar store. So I would do your research, spend a couple of hours and visit people's different websites and see where you can get the best pricing from. Because right now it's crazy expensive, especially with residential cleaning supplies. Not so much commercial. I don't really know, because I'm still kind of using like what I've got the last go around, but house cleaning supplies are ridiculously expensive right now.
Yeah, I jump in and I'll say that the local janitorial supplies, like you said, typically they only gonna sell in like cases anyway. It ain't like bulk, but I mean, hell, you get 4 gallons of cleaner instead of just the 1 gallon that you would get at the retail store, and you can get a better deal that way. In addition to that, I would say Amazon is pretty good too. They're pretty cheap, believe it or not. So try Amazon and see what you can get from there. And then I won't say my other source, because I only say that in my course. I ain't gonna lie, that's one of those things. But I'll tell you another one, Global Industrial. You can try them. Uline is high as hell, but they will give you lines of credit. So you can do that just for the line of credit. And that's all I'll say. What you got? Where you got something else? Y'all got something else, Bila?
No, for products?
Yeah.
No. I have 1099s. They can
Right. That's their responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm big on you. I'm big on the Uline for the credit building, though. I did go through that phase. For building up business credit, I used Uline with their high expenses. I didn't even care. It was more about the credit, putting my cleaning business to get better credit. But yeah.
Right. Okay. So enough what we got here. Mr. Eric says, any advice for bringing family into business? I always love answering this question. For bringing family into business, I love to have a business that we can all
have them. Sorry, I'm already jumping.
You go for it. Go for it.
Damn paperwork, no matter if it's your mother, literally. Right. Anything that you'd have your employees sign, NDAs, non-competes, just make sure they sign all that information. That's my advice.
I'm glad you said that, by the way, because me and my brother were just talking like 2 days ago, and we was talking about how I made him sign that paperwork when he bought the franchise from me. And he was saying, like, he can't lie. And at the back of his head a little bit, he kind of felt like, damn, it's me, like, it's your brother. But at the same time, he understood business is business. And I was like, yeah, I kind of felt the way I said, but I always knew, like, I have to do it this way. We done seen too many movies, too many instances where people beefing and having problems because they didn't handle the paperwork up front. And it's like, you don't take it as serious because it's you and you don't know, but hey, get your, that's a great one, because I don't ever mention that part. So I'm glad you said about the paperwork. And the other thing I always like to say too, in addition to that, is hire strangers first, because typically your family members will respect your business once they see other people working for you and listening to you and stuff, versus if it's just all y'all, it's gonna look like a family cookout out there. They ain't listening to you for real, like, and they feel like they the boss over top of you, or they might, you know what I mean? So just, that would be my main advice. Hire strangers, and then like Carolyn said, definitely get that paperwork.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's like, he's worried that they won't put the same energy as him. If you're worried about it, I mean, I wouldn't do it at all. I'm always worried about people. Like, if I'm going to partner with somebody and says, you want to be a partner, I'm usually out working everybody, and I don't want to do that. So if you think that, try to find somebody that you think is going to outwork you. Go hire somebody that you think is going to put more energy than you. And more excited, because family members, oh my God. I mean, right. I try to get my sister to work with me. She got a whole attitude, and you know what I'm saying? Like, she wanted the sister relationship, but Mila turns into a whole nother person when it comes to my money. Okay. So she did not like that. So my husband doesn't like it either. And we work together. He don't like me telling him, bossing him around. It's a problem. So if I had to do it all over again, I would not involve anybody in my family. God damn.
I agree. I agree with what AJ said and what both of you said. I had some family members that I took along the ride with me because I'm thinking, hey, we're gonna do it together. Their best is not my best. Like they go in and then a lot of times they know that you're a family member. So I had a guy that was cleaning some banks for me, and he didn't even go to work. Like he didn't even call and let me know he wasn't gonna go. Like, and it was family, cousin. Like, man, why you see that I'm building? You see what's going on? I was getting complaints that he wasn't showing up, and so I had to take him out. Then I go into the building. He's trash and dash. He going in there, taking the trash and dipping out. And it wasn't his vision. Like he wanted to do something else. He was just looking at it as I'm helping him or he's helping me. That's another thing I don't like when dealing with family. They said, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. No, you're not helping me. I'm paying you to do a service. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and help you. I'm gonna help you go ahead and build your business. No, I don't need your help. I need you to work. Because I had my brother working with me too, and he was making about $1,600, and he wanted to pay more. He's like, bro, I just want enough to pay for my rent. I wouldn't even let him make no more money. I wouldn't let him make no more money. Now he has a 6-figure business that I help him grow on his own. Now he's like, bro, I wish I could have just worked for you. I was like, wishing I ain't doing enough. You got your own, man. I don't want to just keep you working and running mine, man. So if that's the case, then you want to make sure you get you somebody that you can grow with. But I'm gonna be truthful, man. As I hire outside people, they are so much more respectful than my family members ever been. Like they treat me like I'm the boss. Like, and I don't want to be called the boss. I don't do the titles and stuff, but they respect you as it's your business. They show up on time. They clean, like they listen to you. You don't have, as my mom would say, you don't hear no back talk. Hey, I need y'all to start with the hot dusting. Why do I got to start with hot dusting? You ain't been, well, hold up, bro. This is my business. This is how I want this thing done. What? You know? So I don't get none of that when I hire outside. I tell my people right now, I don't want to do business with none of y'all. Not on this level. I just want to just work outside and come in. I mean, we could do some business some other type of way, but I'm like me. I turn into a whole nother beast.
You just made me think of a story too, bro. And one thing about me when it comes to my brother too, I make sure I always put him on a pedestal in public, right? Because it's a dynamic there, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna give you this one story. You just talked about your brother. I'm gonna give you this one story. I had to fire my brother one time, and it was only because I got this policy right in my company where no call, no show, automatic termination. Like that's it. You know what I mean? Because you can fuck around and fuck up the money for everybody. Like, what if somebody can't go? You know what I mean? And go cover for you. Luckily, I usually either would cover it or I would have somebody to go out there to cover it. But so he didn't necessarily not go at all. What he did was, because my dad was working for me too. And so what he did was he didn't go, but he sent my daddy in there to go do it. And then he was like, so I just happened to find, I don't know if I popped up or what, but I found out. I was like, hold up, what you doing here? Because he will work the morning shift for this building. My dad would go in there for my dad would do the morning shift, and then my brother would do the evening. My dad back there in the evening. I'm like, hold up, what you doing here? Oh, Michael ain't tell you, did it? You know what I mean? He trying not to tell, but at the same time, it's like, well, there shouldn't be no problem. I'm here, it's getting done. I'm like, no, that ain't how that works. I got to know because the customer, what if they come to me and then they like, hold up, why he is? You know what I mean? Or something like, so you just never know. But anyway, so I had to fire him just because I had to make an example too, because at that time I did have strangers working for me too that were also there before my brother and my daddy came. So they were looking like, hold up, that's a no call, no show. You know how your policy is, you know what I mean? You got to go. So I had to do it to show them, ain't no favoritism with the family, all that. Now I didn't terminate him because at least he did send somebody to cover it. And it was like, you know what I mean? But really, I probably, anyway, but yeah. So that was the one time myself, but I had to show and set that example, like, I don't care. I mean, you my brother, none. Because what if he do that, everybody think they could do that. Now we got Keisha that came home from prison too. Now she in there, jank, stealing everything, shit. Like ain't no telling how far that could go. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, we got a nip in the bud right here. But
I got something else with that too. And some of us, I don't know where his background is, but some of us dealing with family members that still got their street mentality, right? So I'm just gonna keep it all the way real. So my brother, when we was doing it, I show up. It's an hour clean. He show up now. This first when I first started paying, I can just pay $10 an hour. I'm building my business. I'm paying people $10 an hour, and that's all I can afford. I think it's 5 years ago, right? $10 an hour. I can't get nobody in the business. He shows up. Yeah, he shows up 30 minutes late. So guess what? I paid him $5 for showing up. And so he's seen I was doing Excel spreadsheets at the time, and putting it out, how many hours you work and how much you got paid for the day. He's seen a couple of days he show up and make $5. He quit. I was like, man, look, you showed up 30 minutes late because you out ripping and running, you doing this, and you don't realize when I say 7 o'clock, we got to knock this out at 7 because I'm trying to figure this out. You show up at 7:30 and we leave at 8, you just making $5. You know what I mean? And then, you know, I got to hear all of that. But he said he wanted to help me out. That's what he started with. Hey, I'm gonna try to help you out. Now you're getting paid $5. Now you don't want to do it no more. But
Right. And that's funny when people try to help you out, don't realize they to help. Like, you need your help, bro. I really was trying to get you a job, but it's all right. All right, shout out DJ The Ball checking in. He was on here with us last week. Shout out DJ The Ball checking in and the Cleaning Balls family. All right, who else we got? I couldn't say his name last time, but anyway, says, can you please share the link for the new low?
Maybe he's talking about the conference. I think we have the conference link.
Okay.
Yep,
And
it's in there. I'll paste it again though, and then also
make sure you guys come check us out.
Yeah, we forgot to say that. We're supposed to say that at least every 5 minutes. Go to www.cbnconference.com and go get your tickets so you can meet us there at the Clean Business Network Conference, February 28th through March 1st in Las Vegas, y'all. Y'all don't want to miss it. Every conference be great every single time we do it, but this time it got to be legendary because we're going all the way to Las Vegas, y'all. We're leaving the East Coast for once. And for all my West Coast people that was bitching and complaining, I was deciding if I wanted to cuss today or not, because y'all know I be talking regular, and sometimes I try to turn on my professionalism. Just fuck it, I'm gonna talk like myself. But for all y'all that were bitching about us being on the East Coast, I came to you.
This is your chance.
We ain't doing it no more if y'all don't show up now. So pull up, y'all. We got what, a week left? After this, we only got one more week left to sell these tickets, y'all. That's it. I mean, ain't no extra days, especially not this time. See, last year before that, I could be a little lenient because the hotel was like around the corner from my crib. Had a good relationship with these people. Them people out in Vegas, they don't play. They had me sign this lengthy contract. I don't know these people like that, and I'm a small fry compared to them. See, when I bought this hotel out here, I'm big dog. They let me do whatever I wanted there, but not in Vegas, y'all. So we got to shore these numbers up ASAP. We got to make sure everything under control. So get your tickets, y'all. Make sure y'all there. All right, what else we got? Well, I felt like I was about to say something. Oh, that's what it was. Somebody said something earlier and I skipped it. Shit, I can't find it now. But anyway, hopefully I'll find it. All right. And I'm way at the top. I done lost my whole spot. Here we go. What's this? All right. MRE Enoch says, how much approximately you will spend opening cleaning business the first year? You're gonna spend your initial investment money to get started. After that, the company gonna pay for itself. Your customers will pay for everything after that. So I won't even look at how much it's gonna cost. Don't even look at it like that. It's just more so how much does it cost to get started, and then how many customers I'm gonna get before this year open. Like, focus on what your revenue goal is, not how much you're gonna spend. That ain't the right frame of mind. Just FYI.
Yeah, I agree. Same thing. Starting up is low cost. You can start with just what you have in the house. Yeah. And then, like AJ said, you can definitely just reinvest all the money that you make so that you're not coming out of your pocket per se.
Yeah, you don't have to have any money. I mean, you just have to have your little equipment that you need. I mean, when I started, I got a $35 vacuum from Walmart because I didn't have any money. I got some products from Walmart as well, and just went on Thumbtack and started asking people to clean just so I can, get used to cleaning. And then when I started my business, all I really needed was the same kind of stuff, a vacuum, a mop, and some cleaning, all-purpose cleaning products, disinfectant, sanitizing products. That's it. What else do you need? So
right, yeah, it ain't cost you.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you not a doggone thing. I mean, lunch, a $20 lunch is probably more expensive than, I mean, other than the vacuum. I started with one that will do the job for now. So,
yeah. Okay, HP Supreme Crypto says, what's a good company to buy leads from? Sorry, I missed your answer. I think the best company out of any company in the whole world for leads would definitely be Clean Biz Network. If you go to www.cleanbiznetwork.app, we can get you the leads all the leads you ever need. I don't think there's no better than that. And we're going to sell them for you exclusively too. See, we ain't like these other companies out here, like Thumbtack, for example, even though ain't nothing wrong with them, but it's just the difference between us and them. They're going to send that one lead to you and about 4 other companies. With us, we setting the appointment specifically for you. It's going to be specifically for commercial. A lot of times, they really get more residential jobs. So that's who I recommend. But obviously, I own the company, so it could be biased. But I honestly feel like it's the truth. So there's that.
No, you guys know what you're doing for sure.
I got to piggyback on that too. Yeah, I bought leads from the CBN too, and man, don't blame the leads. So that was one of my stores all the time. I was getting leads. Again, I'm moving over from my franchise, so I'm getting leads from the CBN. Now, one thing is, I was in Nashville, so they gave me my leads, man, and I went on my leads. And if I had any problem, man, I just messaged in, and then they replaced my leads like that. I didn't have not a problem with the leads, but I wasn't closing. I never blamed the leads. It was because I wasn't following up. It was because I didn't know how to bid. It was a lot of the things. But man, the CBN, y'all had some amazing leads. Y'all got me in there. And then I got one of my first independent contracts from a lead I got from y'all a year after I went in on the walkthrough. They ended up calling me back a year later. And that was that story I was telling you about the 150. I was cleaning up two. Yeah, that's the same thing. That's crazy how it came back around. But that was a CBN lead too. And it came, man. So yeah, shout out to the CBN lead generation team, man. Y'all do an amazing job.
Yeah.
Just you know, yeah.
And then I think he just typed it again. But yeah, that was the answer, bro. Check us out, cleanbusinessnetwork.app. All right, Jamel Williams. Actually, that's skipping. No, I ain't skipping. All right, but how do you feel about rebranding your company under a different name? I think the key is why. Why would you do it? I mean, if you got a good reason to do it, go for it. But why? We would need more context there, I think.
Right.
Passion Plus, thank you again. Will you ever know if your workers are milking the clock? I am sure that there are apps to check in, but I'd assume hourly paid workers will milk time we all have. So I see right there, DJ the Boss already said the Cleaning Boss app can help do that for you. And actually, I gotta shout this guy out because that's what I knew I was forgetting something. This is what I was forgetting. Let me get my my sound effects ready. Because we finally got, guess what, y'all? Matter of fact, let me take this comment down when I say it too, because I don't know if we're gonna clip this up or not and use it for promotional purposes. So hold up. It ain't gonna match what I'm about to say. That's why. Damn, I done lost it now. Where is it? There it is. All right, man. Because guess what? For when we started Clean Business Network Conference 2021, then we did Clean Business Network Conference 2022. Now we about to, no. We started 2022, we did 2023. But so now it's about to be 2024. Both of those conferences before the 2024 was self-funded. We had absolutely positively no sponsors or nothing like that. This coming conference, we finally got our first sponsor closed as of today, and that is Route. Ricky Regalado on the Route team. No, I mean, shout out to Ricky Regalado. Y'all go check out the Route app. It also allows you to track all of that type of stuff. You got the Route Post app, and then you got the Route regular one. I don't know what it's called, but either way, look up Route. Go to getroute.app, www.getroute.app. They are a sponsor of the CBN conference, so y'all can definitely be hearing from Ricky and the Route team a lot more soon. And I'm proud to announce that, y'all. A lot of people don't want to do business with me. I think they'd be scared of me, y'all, but Ricky won't scared to come roll with me over here with all the cussing words and all, so I appreciate him. All right, now, what else we got here? My sound effects didn't even work either, did it? I did the hand clap and everything. All right, where are we? I'm just gonna find a random question. Here we go. And I'll probably wrap it up in a few too. Let's see what we got. Crown 8 Cleaning says, hello, I'm starting a cleaning company in a town of about 22,000 people. What are some ways I can get involved with my community, give enough value so that clients are attracted to my business?
Well, that's a good start. Trying to build a community, you know, with 22,000 people. I mean, it's a small town, so
yeah, that's what I was taking a deep breath for. That's a very small town.
Yeah, that would be interesting if they were the go-to cleaning business. I mean, I'm not very good at building community, but I am very good at doing a great job, and I think that can build community. Once you do a great job, people are talking about you and how great your company is. And you could start from there. That's my advice.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
you got a big old community, AJ. How did you do all this?
Just say networking. You got to go out and network and meet and rubbing people, man. People get to know you. I want to talk about real quick, if I can answer that rebranding statement about that later in the past. one of the things I was working with one of my people, and I did a rebranding on because they was going, their name was Platinum Cleaning Solutions, and they couldn't find platinum, right? And platinum cleaning was platinumcleaningsolution.com was taken. So what they did was they spelled platinum with 3 M's on the end so they could get the domain. There's platinum with 3 M's. And so what I suggest to her is to rebrand that whole thing, because you're going to spend so much money trying to do SEO. You're going to have to expand. You're going to have to talk to people and say, hey, you spell my name platinum with PLATIMUMMM. And you know what I mean? You're going to have to, it's too much. It takes away from the company. So what I suggested her to do is, if she wanted platinumcleaningsolution.com, she could put a prefix in front of it, just platinumclean.com, or go get platinumclean.com, so she could find it on her website, so she could have still kept her number. So I don't know if that could help that person about rebranding. If they spelled the name wrong, if it's too hard for somebody to find, then that may be something that you might want to be branded on. But if it's something that you can say, hey, this is boom, 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 and you can spell it out, you got your domain, you already put that into it, I would say continue to go with it and continue to build it.
Yeah, I love that, bro. And then Love Motivation this season says, will we be posting the replay? Yes, it's gonna stay up on all our channels. Whoever's streaming right now, it'll be there. Let's see. How much? But no, we already got that one already. Oh, bam. Yeah, we got that. I just got that. All right, what else? What support positions, non-cleaners, do you employ in your business? That's a great question. All right, so for me, it was inspectors. I had a general manager, and then I was the salesperson. But that was pretty much it. What y'all got?
Yeah, I'm just the CEO. I'm the one who just comes up with the ideas now, and the expansion plans. But my husband does the operations, so I call him the operations manager. He makes sure that the schedule is done, make sure that the cleaners are where they're supposed to be, and all that stuff. And then all the financial stuff. Make sure he pays all the cleaners and all that stuff. I don't do any of that. And then we have a virtual assistant. We have 2 of those. They answer the phones. They talk to the clients. They talk to our cleaners whenever there's a problem. They do all that back and forth. And I think that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's all we got.
Man, I went through a season of losing. Because I didn't hire me an inspector. See, when you building up the business, man, you building up and you got everybody. See, what I was wrestling with I'm working in the business. Everything that I do creates an income, right? I'm playing, I didn't think about the defense. I'm cleaning the buildings. I got some other people cleaning the buildings. I'm making profit off of that. I got some other people cleaning the buildings. I got a profit off of that. The inspector is a person that goes around to the building, and I'm not initially making any money off of that. So it was a challenge for me to put an inspector in for a while. And I took a couple losses, man, just because I didn't have that problem. So inspector is amazing for the defense of the company, man. So I know I would encourage, man, that was one of the first people that I think you need to get an inspector if you're going to be the manager, like for real. That's just from my stories.
Okay. Yeah, and actually pre-pandemic, I had a manager, like on-site manager, and she did all the inspections. She made sure all the units were ready and had all what it needs. But at the time, I mean, because pre-pandemic, we had a lot of clients and we had buildings, like 5 buildings downtown, even more than that. And when that company went dead, now we're dealing with individuals or like small companies that might have 3 Airbnbs and they're spread around in the same area, but they're not in the same building. So we don't really need an on-site manager for that, but because we're not doing as much volume as we did before. But if we ever did, I would definitely get an on-site manager, inspector, supervisor, somebody like that.
Fair enough. All right, let's see what else we got. I seen this one right here. I'm thinking this reminds me of that contract you had with Top Golf, but they was asking, because Top Golf is a little bigger than Dave & Buster's, but I think it'll be similar. They're asking how many people you think it would take to clean something like that. So we don't know the scope of work you got on this. We don't really know a lot of the details, but I mean, if I had to guess, here's what I tell you. Like, do the cleaning. If you put in, like break things down into sections. All right, man, we're gonna have to do the trash, we're gonna have to mop the floor, we're gonna have to vacuum the floor with a backpack, we're gonna have to dust bathrooms, all of that, right? And then so figure out, okay, well, bam, if I put one person on this task, or better yet, 2 people in there. If you put 2 people and they do 2 tasks and you split the building like that, figure out how long you think that'll take them 2 people to do. Or you put 4 people in there and they do 1 task each. How long do you think it's gonna take? So you kind of figure that out and do it that way and just estimate. Usually that'll get you close. And then once y'all start actually cleaning it, you'll get the time down packed. But that's just my 2 cents. Where you got some on there?
Yeah, I tell you, it depends on how you're doing the kitchen too. The kitchen takes a lot more people. So when we're doing Top Golf, we did 8 people a night, right? And there was a whole building. Like if I'm picturing my Dave and Buster's, you got to wipe down the games and do the bathrooms. I could put 2 people in there. It depends on how fast you want to get them out too. Then you got the restaurant part. Like if you want them to work 6 hours or 8 hours, that depends too, because you can put 2 people for 6 hours, or you can run 4 people for less hours. You know, it just depends on how you want to run that. A lot of times I deal with inside of the commercial space as having an 8-hour job. A lot of people that I'm wanting, they want full-time jobs. Like I want 8 hours, right? And I don't have a lot of builders that the key person in one for 8 hours. So you might have a teammate that may want a lot of hours, and you could put 3 people in there for 6 hours, you know, and then you might have some older people that just don't want to work 6 hours a day. You might want to need to put 6 people in there for 3 hours, you know. So that would be how I would look at it, and definitely see what you got to do in the kitchen. The kitchen on my Top Golf took an extra 5 people. We did that every night because the kitchen has to be pressure washed down. You got to pull things out. You got to get up under things. So and then doing the whole building, 3 floors and some other parts. So yeah, it took me an extra 5 people to actually when I had to do the kitchens.
I do have a question for you, William, though. You said you put 8 people at the Top Golf. That place is huge. So how many hours does it take for 8 people to clean a Top Golf?
So when they did that, we was 8 people. It was we did 2 a floor, and then two on the 3rd floor, 2 on the 2nd floor, 2 on the 1st floor, and then I had 2 people that was going to do the lobby part in the bathroom. And so when we did the Top Golf, you have like a that what you put off of, you have like a floor scrubber. Right, so you plug up the floor scrubber, and that actually does the scrubbing for the floors. And so one person could do the floors while the other person is getting behind the TVs and wiping all the stuff down. And then usually, if you had everybody show up, well, that didn't happen, but that was ideal. Okay, so we was running on 6 sometime, and I was 2 people. But yeah, that's how I wanted to have it run.
And I would say this too, just FYI, because I'm assuming you asking this because you're trying to build on one. I would say definitely get the Clean Business Network app, do it today, because I'm about to switch it to calculated clean, and it ain't gonna be free no more. It'll be a free trial though, so you still be able to use it within the next week or so. But get the app, because if nothing else, take measurements of the size of it, put it inside the Clean Business Network bidding calculator, and it'll at least give you an estimated time it'll take. But make sure you lower that production rate to like 2,000, 1,500, because you want it low as possible, because y'all ain't gonna be going fast. I'm assuming that your scope of work is gonna be everything Wade just said, like the games and all of that. Now, if it's just floors, then raise the production rate, because then y'all gonna be able to do it faster because you're not touching everything. So, but either way, get the square footage of the building, throw it in the calculator, and that might help you get some type of rough estimate and compare your estimate how long you think it'll take y'all to clean with what the calculator say. Then use your best judgment from there. I just wanted to give you that as well. But before we move forward with anything else, I want to say this. I want y'all to do something. I want y'all to go to www.cbnconference.com and get your tickets, just like Lashani. I'm sorry, I'm turning his name up. Lay Chasney. However I said it. Miss Wimbush, thank you so much for seeing us. Get your ticket. We're going to see you at the conference. After her. You might want to refund on that third name, like that so bad, but it's all good. Right. So shout out to her. Make sure y'all be like her. Go get your ticket for the Clean Business Network conference, y'all. All right. This was a great question. I got to get this one. Freestyle 72 says, are you able to create more than one website in the CRM? Absolutely. So in the Clean Business Network CRM, you literally can create unlimited websites, unlimited funnels, forms, you name it. You can do it in their calendars. Like a lot of these different standalone apps that they got out there, we can do all of that within the Clean Business Network CRM. So How do you get the CRM? You join Clean Business Network at www.cleanbusinessnetwork.app. All right, Tyrone Larry. I remember that name as well. I feel like we got a meeting coming up soon, if I'm not mistaken. We got something. I've seen the name 20 times. But anyway, he said, I run a cleaning company with my wife. We are cleaning multiple accounts almost every day. Do you have tips on keeping the relationship fresh until we scale enough to have more free time? Man, you talk to the right one on this one, boy. I tell you that. I tell you this. We had to go out. This is hard because then I'm like, all right, well, what chapter were we in on that point, right? It's a lot, man. So if you can try to take out on a date at least once a month at the minimum, like a lot of women, I'm trying to say this thing as good as I can, right? Some people need that. That's the way I'm gonna say that.
Yeah.
Some people need that. And then, man, I think when we go through, when you see that your significant other is not when you see that they're not in the mood or they just going through the motions, you don't let it bring you down, right? Because I know in my case, this was my idea, right? The cleaning business, and she's riding along for my dream and being supportive and all of that. However, sometimes like ain't nobody trying to do this shit, and you know it's hard, right? You out there cleaning all them buildings. I know how it is. So it's like sometimes you don't let them get you down because you start to question yourself and like, damn, like, am I doing the right thing? Or, you know, this person could go be with somebody else and they wouldn't have me doing all this shit, scrubbing toilets and shit, right? So, but just make sure you keep your eyes on the prize. And if you can weather the storm and keep going, it'll definitely pay it off in the long run. And then another thing too, we got to get you out of the field, man. So don't think you got to have a certain amount of money and all that type of stuff to get out of the field. Like really put a plan together and start working on how to get y'all out the field. And even if it's not both of y'all immediately, at least get her out of there, right? So that way it ain't such a burden on her. You know what I mean? And then you probably can get a lot more of the things you want out of the relationship too, if she's not out there working as much with you too, if you know what I mean. So that would be my advice. Hopefully that was able to help how much I watch myself on that one.
I think you answered that pretty well.
Yeah.
I would say I didn't open this business with my partner, but I did have a partner, and my partner at the time, we actually lived together as well. And I would say that try not to bring the business home, because that's like not good. Like you could get into arguments, you know, over like work stuff, like leave work at work. When you guys are done, like if you have a time where it's like, okay, after 6, 7 o'clock, or maybe it's when you're in the house period or Sundays, just have time where you don't talk about work. And I would say definitely don't bring up shit about work. I don't know, at home if you don't have to.
Yeah, I don't have no advice on that. I work with my husband, and I do not want to work with him. He already knows we fight so much. But in the beginning, it was exciting for us. When things are moving, everything's exciting. The thing about my husband is he's the task worker. He can make anything happen, which is very helpful for me, you know. But when it comes to business, he just doesn't understand it that well. So when we have low times, it's a real big deal for him. He's like having like a whole thing, like, oh my God, the sky is falling. And, I go through this all the time. So for me, it's just like, okay, just be patient, keep working. So it creates a lot of stress and problems, because I don't want to hear about your problems. I don't want to hear about him worried about stuff. Let's just get stuff done. But and so whatever. I'm going on vacation. That's how I deal with it. All by myself.
I love that.
All I can say, the similarities are definitely there. Every time you speak on that topic, Mila, I'm like, yep, same situation.
I'm like waiting to hear what you got to say. You've been in the game for way longer than me. In your relationship, in your work, you guys been together way longer.
I wish I could help you better. That's all I could say.
Right.
And I don't know. Oh, all right, here we go. How do you calculate how many staff you need to clean an office? Is it based on square footage? Yeah, so what we do in the calculator, in the Clean Business Network calculator, all it does is it takes the square footage of a building and kind of combine that with the scope of work, and that's how you can come up with how much time we think it'll take to clean it. And so, yeah, download the calculator clean, or Clean Business Network mobile app. You type in both, it'll come up in the App Store. But download the Clean Business Network app and just play with it. Plug in the square footage, and then it'll tell you how long it'll take to clean the building. What's good, AJ? Peace and blessings. Appreciate you. Shout out to Ernest Thompson. I'm about to say Thompson checking in. Kenny Burkhart says, one thing you love about the industry, there's enough work for everyone. That's a fact. And let me say something about Kenny real quick. I'm glad you're here, Kenny. Let me tell you why. I've been meaning to bring this up. So y'all know I actually started back running ads, something I need to do more of. I've been running ads on Facebook, right, for the event, for the conference. I got a couple people trying to get on me, right? And they saying we don't got enough diversity on that flyer. Right. They want to see some white men on there, man. And we got Miss Debbie on there, but it ain't enough. And I get it, but let me just go ahead and address this right now. I reach out to several of white people that I know that's business owners in this industry, and they couldn't make it for multiple different reasons. So be clear, it's no conspiracy. You know what I mean? We ain't just, and we got plenty of white guys in the Clean Business Network. For whatever reason, they won't do an interview with me, but they are in there. They do contribute. They are winning and all of that, but they won't do interviews with me. But anyway, I want to point out, we ain't racist, y'all. Goddamn. Like, don't try to.
It's just funny. It's because it's so reverse. It's hilarious almost,
bro.
But CBN is like so welcoming. Like I could tell you, and listen, I'm American. I feel like I can speak.
It's crazy, man.
Listen,
it's like,
if anything, there's no need to be afraid of anybody. Honestly, like come out and meet us. We are as funny as we are like this in person. We're even more hilarious. Obviously, you guys know we're full of information as well, smart, giving. So yeah, I would say we do need more diversity. We need to mix it up because I know. Right. We also need some more Hispanic people. We're welcoming everybody. Come on, let's
right. Look, me and Ricky, we were joking about that in ISSA. Like, we made sure we posted that picture together. Listen, we together, y'all. Goddamn,
it's a community of business owners. Like, there's no race, no religion. Like, none of that stuff matters. No matter how much you're making, what point you're at in your business. Like, we're from all over the place. It's great. Like, everybody needs to actually pull up. Like, don't be afraid of us.
We got a question. How y'all get Hispanics on your team? I think we bringing this stuff up. How you get some Hispanics on my team? Because people been telling me I need to get some Hispanics on my team for the years, and I'm like, well, wait a minute, I haven't gotten. Hey, and I've been dealing. Let's talk about. I've been dealing with these.
They had new Facebook groups, William. Facebook groups, Spanish Facebook groups.
Yeah, and most of my team's Latino. First of all, I live in Texas. My parents are from Honduras, so I do speak Spanish, and it does open them up more when you do speak Spanish. But at the same time, my team doesn't speak Spanish, and so they text them in Spanish. Just make sure that you let them know that you are, language friendly. So when I put a post out on Craigslist or Indeed, it's in Spanish. I do one in English and I do one in Spanish. Most people respond to the Spanish one. And so then my team responds back and forth using Google Translate. Really? It's easy. And once they know what they got to do, they do it. That's it.
That was good. Yeah,
because
I'm about to steal that.
I started writing this now. Okay, make an ad. What you say, Mila? Okay, make an ad in Spanish. Oh, I would have never thought of that. Make an ad in Spanish.
1 minute 33. Mila drops.
Seriously, I write. It's written in Spanish, and so they're like, "Oh my god!" Like people are talking to me, so I'm talking back to them, and about the Latino community. Like you just tell them what to do, and they're gonna go and do it, and we all know that. And they don't. The thing about it is there's a lot of Spanish speakers that don't speak English, and that is a insecurity of theirs. And so they go and get lower paying jobs because that's kind of like, you don't need to communicate at a restaurant cleaning the dishes.
Right.
But if you can get a job that pays you more, that's a cleaning job, and you don't feel insecure that you have to talk to somebody in your language. I mean, who's not going to be happy getting paid and going to work? And that's it. So you just thinking about their psychology too.
Yeah.
That was big. That was real big.
Thank you.
Telling you. Mila with the gems. All right.
Yeah, that was real big.
Háblame, mi gente, háblame.
All right now. Can y'all share a good VA to hire a good VA to hire a good VA?
I'm going to actually plug myself in right now. If you go to my website, I have virtual assistant services. My people speak English and Spanish. They're very familiar with a lot of the technology that we use.
Perfect. I think, wait, do you got one as well?
Yeah, okay. I do got virtual assistant service. We do digital marketing, and we have virtual assistants, and as well. They don't speak Spanish. But they are abreast with all of the modern technology, and we are focused more on AI. So we like to bring AI as far as into the marketing.
So what else do yours do? So mine just do pretty much like assistant work. So answering the phones, emails, quoting, credit cards, pretty much like that kind of stuff. But we don't do any of the specialty stuff like you mentioned, like marketing. So
shout out to AJ and the lead generation automation course for years ago. I have this all roads lead to real estate mindset. So when he got the course, I was in the course, and he showed me inside the course, it was how to build a cold caller, right? He showed you how to get your cold caller and stuff like that. So in my field, I needed a cold caller system. So I just didn't need a cold caller for my cleaning company. I need a cold caller to actually be able to do real estate leads and stuff like that. So I built a cold caller. Then I'm also building a wishing ain't doing a brand. So for the past 2 years, I've been building everything that I needed, like Amazon, everything that my cleaning company needs, my virtual assistant team does too. So my cleaning company actually pays my other company for everything that it needs. And so everything that you see online, social media, posts, images, marketing, everything that I do as far as from over here, my VAs do it all. And I tied them into, tied them into learning like email marketing, callback follow-ups, and everything that the cleaning business needs. I built another company that actually does it all.
That's what's up. So where can we go again to find both of y'all VA companies?
Sure. So I'll drop my website in the chat for you guys. Yeah,
and I found my VA on Upwork or Fiverr. I think it was Upwork. Yeah, I found my VA on Upwork, and we got off of Upwork. Like, I interview him like I interview everybody, even on my team, like, to see who's the best. And I had 2 people that I was narrowing it down to. And then I got another virtual assistant. She was out of South Africa, and I got her because I have a friend, she's a recruiter. And so apparently they're also on Indeed looking for jobs. So maybe you want to put a job out there on Indeed, because she just gave me her resume and her information and say, hey, she was trying to work for this company that I'm an HR, she does recruiting for. And so, I guess they're out there on Indeed too, from all around the world.
Okay. All right, y'all. Let's see what we got here. Everybody talking about how they fired their family members in the chat. It happens, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. Shout out to Carolyn says, I just opened a business a few weeks ago, and your advice was really helpful. Shout out Carolyn with the great advice. Shout out to Brandon for opening up that business.
Congratulations, Brandon.
Yep.
Where are we here? Right on. I had a feeling. See, still talking about them family members with their raggedy selves, right? Shout out to Brandon Orr checking in. Appreciate you, bro. He probably out there getting it. I tried to get him on here now today too, but he probably was out there in the field getting it. Well, not in the field. He be selling those. But anyway, still talking about them family. All right, here we go. Somebody from Belgium. Appreciate you for checking in. Says I don't even know what that is on the map. That's crazy.
It's near France. It's near France and near Amsterdam.
Thank you. Belgium. I am going to start my journey with starting a cleaning company with my husband, and I want to thank you all for taking the time to give us these tips. I learned so much from you all. Thank you. Appreciate you for giving us that feedback and for tuning in. Glad we can help you.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right. Who else we got? I noticed too. I don't know. Me and Carolyn, we got to fix our thing because every time I type, it posts on hers, and then when she types,
Oh
it posts on
yeah,
mine.
I don't know. Sorry.
My own, and I thought it worked, but it didn't. I can't write my own chat.
Yeah, we're gonna have to set up a meeting just to get that right?
Yeah, for real.
All right. Employees or subcontractors, which is best? I think it's personal preference. I think all of us here pretty much do subs, but to each their own. I like subs.
Yeah.
Would you recommend joining a commercial cleaning franchise?
No.
AJ is he wrote a book on this. Go get the book on Amazon.
I did actually write a book. I did write a book, and so in that book is what it's called. It's called "Is It a Scam? The Truth About Commercial Cleaning Franchise."
Well, that's it. Pin it. Come on.
Yeah.
Right. I need to go find it.
We don't talk about that book enough.
Oh no, we need to have a book club, and we need to read that book together.
I should, because I kept it real in there. But I think the reason why I don't talk about it enough is because I don't want people to get just stay from that side altogether. I want them to focus on CBN, but no. I got another book. You know what? Hell, I won't go say nothing. I'm just gonna smack you out with it. But here we go. I got another book dropping next month, actually.
Nice.
Okay.
We better.
What is it about?
But it's about entrepreneurship in general. So I'm talking specifically to entrepreneurs. It's called the Entrepreneur Guidebook.
Okay.
So,
I like that.
Nice little coffee table book you can keep with you. It's a nice, easy read. I'm excited about it.
I want a signed copy.
There you go. So the first 25 people. I still got to figure out how to do it. I was going to say the first 25 people who got Clean Business Network conference tickets going to get a sign because I'm going to have 25 books there on site and I'm going to sign them and give them out at the conference. But I got to figure out a way to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it just yet. But yeah, definitely 25 people getting something.
I'll buy one.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so back to the question. I want Wade on this one too because, he was with the franchise as well. And took him a long time to get out of there because we used to go back and forth about it. But anyway, no, honestly though, franchises could work for some people. It could work. Me personally, I wouldn't go that route, but I just feel like because of course I'm saying it because I know enough. You know what I mean? But some people just ain't quite there and it could work. And that y'all know, I sold my franchise to my brother and he doing pretty good. So I mean, he stay out of debt with them because you can get a lot of debt with them fast. They charge you a lot of fees. And but yeah, I mean, I don't want to knock them. I'm also, I'm doing some secret business with some certain franchises too behind closed doors, so I got to be careful now. Right? I ain't promoting them or nothing like that, but they customers of mine now. So with the league, so I got to be careful. I mean, I don't want to mess up no relationship there.
So for me, I know last year I got talked real bad too out there at the TBN conference about my franchise, AJ. AJ got real mad at me, but it depends on where you are with the franchise, honestly. Where I come from, I was behind. I was putting my plan together in prison, so I didn't have no money, no idea, no nothing. So my whole ascent to where I'm going came from in confinement, behind bars, no freedom, no nothing. So I needed to read. So I was learning how to do it. I didn't have the CBN. I didn't have things like this. So for me, a franchise was a great place to start for me because again, my whole goal was to focus on real estate, and I just wanted to get my cleaning just going so I can get some money going. But now that I wanted to do something bigger, a franchise would not be the issue. I mean, not be beneficial. So it depends on where a person is. Like CBN, you got all the tools. Like only reason that I would say that a person would is if they don't have the time to actually put in the work and they looking for a quick try, sure money, right? Because what a franchise does is say if you put in $5,000, we're gonna guarantee you let's say $4,000 or $5,000 worth of business in 6 weeks. I mean, in 3 months, right? So if that's your issue, you're looking for a guaranteed piece of money back that they're gonna take 23% out of, then hey, that's your way. But I would definitely say CBN has all the tools that's needed. I send everybody that out, even with my coaching people. I do coaching for cleaning business, but I send them to CBN because you already got everything. You got the tools. I'm not trying to be, I don't want to have all of that. So yeah. So
And
And then you got Carolyn, the cleaning business mentor, you know, and Mila. I mean, you know, if you're doing housekeeping, I was talking to a guy that I was coaching, and he was like, he's doing Airbnbs, and he said he talked to you, and I'm like, man, he talking to Mila. She got him game because I don't do Airbnbs, you know. So it's so much around. My bad. Go ahead.
No, my bad, bro. I keep trying to jump and I keep mistiming it. My bad.
Yeah,
but no,
you're good.
You said exactly what I was thinking, which is, and that's the difference. Because if you go back, and I took a lot of those videos down and made them private, but if you was around long enough and you watching me, now I swore about cleaning franchises back in 2014-ish in those years. But then, you know, as you get more information, you adapt your you know what I mean, your way of thinking. You know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to grow. And so if the Clean Business Network didn't exist, if Mila didn't exist, if Carolyn didn't exist, if Wade didn't exist, if all these new wave of us didn't exist, and I'm saying, hell yeah, go get your franchise. But see, now there's a lot more options. I don't know. So it would depend on your situation. Me personally, I wouldn't go that route. But
I'm gonna say one more thing too. Make sure that if you do get a franchise, you can actually get your own accounts. See, that's one thing that hold people up that I talk to now. They in a franchise and they can't be independent. They can't grow from themselves. It's like somebody just holding you by your throat, and you can't grow. Like, you don't want to be that. You want to be into a situation where, hey, I could go out here and get an account. Well, I tell people now, tell them you already had a business going. If you ever go, tell them you got a business going, you already got your own accounts, you're already doing that. And you see if they say, hey, and you need to sign your accounts over to me. If they tell you that you get into a business and your main accounts that you have now has to be signed over to them, you got to find somebody else, because that's too much of a restraint on you. I don't need that type of help. You know what I mean? I don't need that.
That's a big one there. You know, almost every damn like workaround or tip I can get, anybody can give on the franchise. I felt like I pretty much either said it on YouTube or it's in my book. But that one right there is that's a gem right there. Because I've seen that personally a couple different times where if you already got a business in place, they'll give you, they carry it different with you. Sometimes they'll let you get contracts outside if you tell them you're already in business. Or like you said, if they tell you, oh no, you got to put them on there, well, they'll let you know that ain't the one you want to work with then, because you can't get no contracts outside of, which means it's basically impossible to scale. You never really own the business in the first place. They do. So, all right, y'all. What else we got? Lex Flex says, and how do you put the cleaning business on auto?
That's a lot of work.
Systems. That's in one word. Put system. That's the best way you can do it. Systems get the business on auto. Systems and stepping away from the system and realizing you don't have the system in place. Right. I almost lost my whole cleaning business stepping away trying to do something else because I thought I had the system in place. And you don't realize that once your team depends on you mentally, if you have to take yourself mentally, I know a lot of entrepreneurs say they want to start 2 and 3 different things, right? So you have to mentally take yourself from this business to focus on something else. And if you got a team of people that's mentally used to you answering all the questions, and you got to say, hey, no, I'm not answering this question, you got to let stuff fall. So I've lost a lot by letting my team make mistakes, because I have to let them make mistakes so they can be great. I lost $12,500 in one deal because the lady that sends out my invoices, she didn't do the invoices correctly. I didn't fire her like everybody said I fire her. She felt so bad that all my invoices go out not correctly, right? And so I say systems, man, and stepping away from the systems and testing it so you can see where the faults is.
Yeah, and I would say start testing it out, like start playing around with it. I know months into me starting my business, like I say, I like to travel. And so I'm like, how do I make this business so that I can be, 20 days in Europe and it's still going? So I would test out just every day. If I had to go and clean it, because I was starting out cleaning. So if I had to go and clean it myself, I'm like, man, that's a punishment for me. Now that means I don't have my stuff in order. That means I didn't schedule on time. That means I didn't send somebody there so that they can clean it so that I don't clean it. So then it's like, okay, well, how do I make sure that this doesn't happen again tomorrow? And just always fixing your processes so that it works out for you. And then look at me, I'm here chilling with y'all.
And another tip I say is financial management. If you don't have financial management, the reason why a lot of times that we cannot put people in place and put our system together because we mismanaging our finances. I'm just talking about me though. Let me just talk about me because I don't know everybody. Let me just speak on me though. So I couldn't put systems in place or pay the people to do what I needed them to do because I was mismanaging my finances in the business. And so until I started to putting a system in place to manage my finances, I couldn't scale my business up to manage the business without the system. So it starts for me with the financial system that you put in place and how you segmenting your money apart. Do you have your money going over here to invest in somebody else's pay that might not be bringing in the income? Do you have your money set over here to pay your payroll? You know what I mean? So those things like that are real big in putting the automation in.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody, who was this? Where is the one I just? I thought this was funny. He said, "What's the name of the laser measurement tool?" I call it the laser measurement tool, right? If you type that into Google or Amazon, they'll know what you mean. All right, put square footage or something like that. But yeah, that's the name for now. Javier Medina says, "I need a video from all of y'all on how to clean. I feel like my company is too slow." I'm glad you said that because that be the biggest thing too for new companies is you are probably too slow starting off. So you really like people keep trying to skip the in the field part, but that's why it's important. Like on one end, I'd be like, yeah, scale and build a system as fast as possible. But on the very other end, I tell you what, it definitely paid off for me to have that in the field experience and know how to clean because when it came to time to sell, to train other people, to bid, it helped a lot because you actually done it before. But anyway, I got some videos on my channel about it. I think I don't know. Y'all got some videos? Y'all might have some videos on y'all channel about it. And then I know Miss Debbie Sardone might got some. I know Janitorial Store got some as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, look those up. I think she got a program called Speed Cleaning. Debbie Sardone. Matter of fact, she'll be on next week with us too for the live. But yeah, I guess I don't know, man. I don't really talk about cleaning a lot on YouTube. You know why? Because that's the easy part. And it's like it ain't nothing gonna teach you about that better than being out there. The stuff I be feeling like most of us need is the business stuff and the mindset stuff because it's a whole different mindset you gotta have to win in business. There's a lot of things that we don't know, but cleaning, hell, anybody figure that out after a while. Just keep doing it, you get better at it, find the shortcuts and stuff.
So on my channel, I do have some where I used to use video to train my people. So when I go to the building, I didn't want to go to the building again. So when I was training them, I have one of them to hold my camera. I have them watching through the camera. I have them holding the camera for me. And what this does is, if you get your person that you're training on the building to hold the camera, you can use that same training video to put on your YouTube like I did. And you can also send it to the next person who's in the building so you don't have to show that person the building. What it does for the person that's actually in the building, it has that person focusing on you when they're training. Because a lot of time when you're training somebody, people's mind is all over the different places and stuff. But if you focus on recording me and me showing you this building, I got content. I got somebody recording me, and it's better. So I got a Lash Lounge video that I had a part 1 and part 2 on my YouTube channel that I was actually training somebody in, and I have some more coming as well. YouTube channel William Wade Jr.
Hey, that's fire right there, bro. I ain't never think of it like that. When you said the person recording you, that basically ensures that they're paying attention. I like that. That's gold right there. Shout out to my guy, bro. So y'all might not know who this is, and he be trying to fly on the radar. So sometimes I don't be knowing if you want me to say who it is or not. But this Yak right here, y'all. This is Calvin Yak Weaver, the one. This man make CBN brand look so great. You know what I mean? Like when I started rocking with Yak, we went to the next level. So shout out to Yak checking in, man. If y'all go look at his YouTube channel right now, 4X Beginner Podcast, this man started. I think he started that channel last year. He already passed me in subscribers, views, all that, and that's why I was like, damn, I should. He be trying to tell me what to do for my channel and do this, do that, and I listen most of the time. But sometimes I do my own. Oh, I'm just not consistent. I be feeling like doing stuff. But I tell you what, he know what he's doing, bro, and I'm just so excited to see his growth. He killing it over there. I know he ain't come here for this, and but I don't care. Nah, I mean that this guy right here is the GOAT. He helped CBN go to another level. And by the way, anyway, I ain't gonna say too much more. But shout out to Yak.
Yeah, shout out to you.
What
I've
else
heard
they
you say
got?
his name before, AJ.
Yeah. He in the conferences. He be down there to the conference, right?
Yeah. No worries.
Yes,
We
sir,
talk
yes,
at least
sir.
once a week. Now we always strategizing. So yeah, he definitely gonna be there.
I
He
look forward
hosted
to
last
meeting
year,
him.
by the way.
I need some advice on my YouTube channel when I meet him at the conference. Okay.
Right, matter of fact, He should be speaking, right? He should be fucking speaking about it. So if we have one in 25, and I'm saying if because y'all better get them tickets. If y'all don't get them, we ain't having another one because I'm tired of footing the bill every damn year myself. So go to www.cbnconference.com and get your tickets, y'all. All right. Where are we? What is the name of the list? All right, got that already. Sierra G says, how much do you pay yourself percentage? This is like the third time we went over this one today, right? I know in the beginning you asked for their
rewind.
Right. Go to the next one. I'm sorry. Go back, y'all. We got that one. Sorry, Sierra. All right, here we go. How relevant are those cleaning certifications? I'm sure is attractive when businesses see you have it, but are they a necessity? Absolutely not a necessity. Can it help? Absolutely. I've never been huge on them. I know Eric Coffey in particular, who specializes in government contracts. That's usually when they come in handy the most, is what people say. But he says that he don't like certifications because I forgot why he said it. We're gonna have to ask him again at the conference. But he said that don't get them because you can limit yourself somehow. But I forgot exactly. It's on my channel though. When I interviewed him, he explained it. So go look up that interview, Eric Coffey. While I interviewed him. But any of y'all got certificates? I ain't never got. I think I had the minority-owned business one way back in the day, but I never used it for nothing. So I just stopped caring about them.
I would say unless it's like some kind of specialty clean or something like you really need to be trained on, like maybe cleaning marble floor or you want to clean air ducts or something like that, then yeah. But I mean, I don't really know. Basic cleaning stuff, I don't think you really need any type of certificates to clean offices and homes anyway.
I think if you're cleaning, if you're cleaning hospitals, you might need something. Because I remember my franchise took me to go get a medical cleaning thing. I never used it, never had to use it. I went through this class getting a certificate and never used it at all.
Right.
But I do know that there's some hospitals that I went in to try to bid on, and not hospital, clinic facilities. I haven't been in a hospital, but I know that they require some type of something. I can't remember what it was, but that may be.
Yeah, and by the way, I just remembered DJ talked about this a lot last week. I'm pretty sure it was DJ. If it wasn't him, it was Mario Kelly the week before. But I'm pretty sure it was DJ. He spoke on how they could be beneficial for you. So either way, if you want to do it, go for it. I mean, but is it a necessity? No.
I think it's more beneficial when you're working with the government. I know my mentor told me to get like the women-owned business certification and minority-owned business, because if you're getting government contracts, they're trying to put you ahead of everybody else because we're usually behind. So that's the reason. That's what I know.
And I'm
you're right about that, because in my area they got somebody working on airport. They rebuilding the airport, and they want you to have a minority business, because if you have a minority business certificate or whatever that is, they'll get, it's like killing two birds with one stone. They have to have diversity on the job site. So with you registering yourself as a minority business, it proves that, hey, we got somebody doing we have diversity on on the job site, and we can hire you. So for the airport, they didn't let me get that job because I need to register for a minority business. So yeah, you're right.
Okay. Fair enough. Now this is an interesting one. I don't get a lot of these types of questions on the at all. Like it's more so in the lane of personal finance, a little bit of business too, because you can do this for your business as well. But I don't get these a lot. He says, Cope says, I just started a commercial cleaning business, I guess is what you meant to say. Been only doing residential and notice a huge cash increase. Any recommendations on business investments so the money is not just chilling in the bank?
That's right. That's a good question, Cope.
That is a great one. Shout out to Yak again, man. He's supposed to be putting something together that will give us something like this, but it ain't together yet, so I'll shut up about it. But you know what, man? I'll be honest with you. For me personally, I always just put my money back into my business because I like to bet on myself, which is the tagline for the CBN conference. But as I'm starting to get older, as I'm starting to grow, and then, you know what I mean? And then also I've been in so many different situations where I'll be cash poor, right? And so that shit started to backfire. Because for example, if I got 50 grand, I might want to take it and put it into, hiring a salesperson, or put it into advertisement, or put it into buying this new app person to build my app, or whatever the case may be, I always invest into how I can expand the business because I know I can count that money and I can flip way faster than anything else. Like my business paid me more than my properties do. They pay more than any stocks I ever bought, any of that type of stuff. So I always like to bet on my business first. But going forward, I would say I would probably say something like a S&P 500 or something safe because it typically automatically goes up. What they say on average, it goes about 10% a year. So or brings in interest about 10% per year. So put it in something like that, and at least it's still liquid. And then real estate, I like real estate, but the problem with real estate is it's not liquid. And so sometimes you can't always get your cash out, especially if your credit ain't good at the time. So it's like, or you ain't got the income. So while real estate is great, your money is protected as a real tangible thing, but you can't always, sometimes the money is locked up even if you got the equity. And then if you do get it, it'll be expensive. Like I pulled some equity out of one of my properties and that shit was expensive as fuck because I went through a investor company person and I forget what they call them, subprime mortgage or whatever. And because I'm an entrepreneur, I had to go a different route to get it. But anyway, not to go too far, but I would just say put it in the market.
For this one.
Okay, put it in the market, something safe like a, them little funds that they got, S&P 500, that stuff like that. Keep it safe, and you can pull it out at any time. That's my little quick 2 cents on that.
I got some for this one, and shout out to you too again. I throw it back to you too, AJ. What I would suggest, if you whatever you're getting into that you know about, right? So I did real estate. Real estate was real big. I wanted to start something, but another great investment if you're looking into business is sign up with what AJ got with his CRM and get into marketing. Marketing is one of the most impactful business because if you can actually market other clients, you have money coming in on the regular, and you also having money coming in monthly over time because you want somebody to be able to market. So investing in what your software does as far as investing in you and then starting up a marketing business up under there and marketing for other clients, that's a great investment already. And it's actually investing with what you already got going on, using your tool as a marketing business. And so that's what I have going on, marketing and then I have different clients. So now I work with a guy that's doing t-shirts. I work with a clothing company. I work with a lady that's doing body contouring. So I'm helping her grow her business. I'm working with realtors, right? Helping them do that. And so it actually opens up a wider revenue because you're learning how to actually get other people, more business while you're actually just using it to get yourself business. So what I done was I actually used the marketing company to grow my cleaning company. And then what I was working for me, I said, hey, I can help you do it. And so then it just started. And then the software came about. And then now, it's just people, that I'm helping out. So that'll be a great investment. That's just my take.
Okay.
Yeah, I would chime in on this too because it's like a stepping stone. Was it Warren Buffett who said like first learn stocks, then get a business, and then invest in real estate? I mean, maybe that's the old school way. I never really learned stocks, but as I stacked my money and I put it in the bank. I remember from 2008 when you have your money in the bank and they raise inflation, the government raised inflation, then this money that you see there starts getting eaten away. And then like right now, you see how the economy is, like we're all kind of tight. If I would have still had that money there, I wouldn't have as much money in there as as it was at the time because I would start eating away at it since times are a little bit harder. So I put that money and I bought real estate in Mexico. I bought a villa in Mexico. A lot of you guys know. And I got a really good deal in Tulum. But that's the thing. I had a stack of money. And the thing about it is do you leave it in the bank so that they can eat it out? And the inflation is touching you. I don't want inflation to touch me. I work hard for that money. So, but like you were saying, you can't get that money out really fast, but I made a really good investment that, now I bought it pre-sale. So before they started selling the lots and stuff like that. And, but yeah, I mean, first I got my real estate. And then the next thing I would do, I heard I'm on Clubhouse a lot. It's died out now, but that's where I learned about real estate. I also learned about, treasury notes and stuff like that.
I was just about to say the treasury bonds. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that's like the next thing you should do, but I don't know anything about that. So next time I stack up a whole bunch of money, that's the next thing I'm going to figure out how to do that.
Shout out to Classic Climb that you got coming to your thing. Cause when I was starting out, was she coming to the CBN conference, right? CBN,
Erica Williams. Shout out Erica Williams. She'll be there speaking at the conference as well. She'll actually be on Friday, this Friday as well with us live.
See, when is the conference?
The conference is February 28th through March 1st. Make sure y'all go to www.cbnconference.com to get your tickets and meet us there, because we're going to have Erica Williams from the Classic Client blog. She will be there. Appreciate that.
She's big on making money with your phone, right? When I was watching her when I was watching you back in 2017. I was watching her, and she had me. She's big on investing, smartphone millionaire. So she got a lot of that. She's real big, man. I'm excited that you got her as well, because she's been, like you said, she's been on that for a while.
Yeah. All right, y'all. What else we got? My email is in the chat. It is aj@cleanbiznetwork.com. If you got questions just about Clean Biz Network, though, you'd be better off emailing support@cleanbiznetwork.com, because it's going to take me forever sometimes to get to my emails, but I will eventually get to it. But my email is aj@cleanbiznetwork.com.
Or they can speak to you in person.
If you just come to Clean Biz Network Conference, y'all go to www.cbnconference.com and get your tickets, and we can talk all the time there. We can talk all, and guess what else too? I made sure that I don't got no speaking slot this year, y'all. So I'm gonna be in the audience the whole time, mingling with y'all. You can talk my head off. I want to be out here with the people, y'all. So be clear. I'm gonna be very accessible. I ain't gonna be in the back playing Hollywood or none of that. I'm gonna be right there with you.
Yeah, let me say that too, man. Let me say that about you too, because I don't know if a lot of people know you. I done met you a couple of times. I've been to both conferences, right? And I don't know you like I just see you
both
on
houses, by the way, too.
Yeah, I've been both houses. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get into all of that, because I just wanted to actually say that, bro. You are very, very down to earth, man. People would not. I don't even know if people understand how down to earth you are. Like, for real, you go in. Just like you said, came both your house. You never met me. You was online, right? I came the first time I was at the house. The second time I was at the house. But when you go out there, man, he's very approachable. Like, you go to him and talk to him. I know sometimes you on YouTube, and I know people think, maybe get the starstruck thing feeling. I don't know. But I'm just saying, just walk up to you, man, and say what's up to you. You're going to be genuine. You might have your beer in your hand. You might even come get a drink, and y'all sit down there and talk, man. You're just real cool, like real down to earth. So I want people to know that when they meet you, man, it's like, man, you're walking up like you're meeting one of your long cousins or something. Like, it's different. I just want to make sure I gave that out there for you, man, because who knows?
Appreciate that, bro. All right, now I think what y'all want to do? I did one, maybe two more, and we'll wrap it up, because it's been over 2 hours, and I think All right, here we go. Shout out Angelica. She says, "How often do you guys suggest having your inspections done?" So the way we used to do, we had a system for it. It used to be buildings that are one time a week, we go inspect them once a month. Buildings that were clean, 2 to 3 times a week, you inspect them bi-weekly. 4 times or more, you try to inspect them every 2 weeks. No, weekly. That's what it was, weekly, 4 times or more. And then also, and actually, by the way, Angelica, you in Clean Biz Network, if you go to the starter course, at the very end of the video called The System, I break it down all in there. So if I'm messing it up here, it's definitely in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just had that inspection schedule, but that's what I was trying to think of. So you got 2 different types of inspections. You got after-hour inspections, and then you got actual daytime inspections. So these times that I'm giving you now, that's for the after-hour inspections. We ain't going to go by the customer every week during the day. They busy, right? So during the daytime, it will be different. For your bigger contracts that you go to more frequently, once a month. For the small ones, once a quarter is fine. And that's for daytime. But the first one I said, that's for after-hours inspections. What you got, Wade?
No, I'm agreeing with you on that. I don't have nothing on that. Cool. Yeah.
All right. And I know, Amelia, you said you ain't doing inspections right now, so that's why.
Yeah, we're not doing the inspection. And I saw a question in there, but so while we're on the subject, somebody had a question about was it inspections? Like how often I do inspections? I can't remember, but yeah, we don't do inspections. But the thing about it is that I hire people so that I know that they're doing a good job. I kind of know who they are in the beginning. Yeah. And so there are some people that I have that it's like, I know that I don't even need to check their cleans, but I'll go, I'll check it. But there are some people you just don't even need to be behind them. So just make sure.
That's a great point. When I was working at the shipyard, and they had us in these classes called like Green Belt, and it was like these different certifications basically about like running industries or organizations, I guess. But the guy taught me, he said that if you hire quality people and make sure that they do right the first time, there's no need for inspections.
Yes.
And so you're applying that. So that is the absolute fact. And so I think the inspections are just another way to add. And if you ain't really mastered your hiring process, then you're gonna need some inspectors and your training, because the hiring process and training is kind of one and the same.
And I remember the other question was kind of similar. It was like, how do you make sure that the Airbnbs are cleaned after it's done? And kind of like an inspection question. And the thing about it is, it's like, I have two people looking at me. I have not only the guest who's going to come in, but I also have, if the guest doesn't like it, then I have the client, or the client can see it before the guest comes in. I got two people on me and I don't like it. So I'm going to make sure I'm going to do it right the first time, so that they're not on top of me. Because how am I going to grow my business if people are on top of me because my cleans are bad? So yeah, you got to hire right the first time. Pretty much.
I would say too, go ahead, and I would say make sure they have an inspection sheet they're turning in. Because right now, what I did with my inspector, now I need to make sure they're having a sheet and a scheduled time. I don't know where she is in her business, but if she has like somebody else doing them, you want to make sure they turn in a sheet. Just don't say, yeah, I expected it. Sometimes I've actually had my cleaners to inspect themselves. Like I send them in Slack, because at the time I was doing Slack. Hey man, take a picture behind that tree. Make sure go behind that plant in the corner and give me a picture to make sure the cobwebs are down. So I say some things that might kind of jar them to get some inspection going by pictures and stuff. But man, inspections are big inside in this industry for me.
I'm glad you said that too, because guess what, y'all? Make sure you download that Clean Biz Network mobile app if you don't have it, because we got inspection forms right there, so you can do it digitally. You could take pictures right in the app. You could send, once you're done with the report, you can send it to your cleaner as well as to the customer if you wanted to send it to the customer.
Wow.
Yep, make sure you use that as well. All right, this guy right here says, HP Supreme says, any inexpensive insurance companies that you recommend? There is, so it's next. But don't go to their website unless you go to my description in my video and click my affiliate link to get to them. So that way I get a little something, since I'm giving you the advice to go through them. Make sure you reward me a little affiliate commission, because I am an affiliate for them. But yeah, check them out though. They got cheap rates as well. All right. Katia says, hey team, should I put an owner? I see one more. I think this is for Weed. I'll let you tackle that one and then I'm gonna stop after this. Yeah. All right. She says, hey team, should I put an owner on my business card or founder on my business card, or put any title at all? This is a great question. You know, I never liked putting owner in my business card. And I learned this from the 4-Hour Work Week by what's his name?
What is his name? Tim Ferriss.
Tim Ferriss. Yeah. This is old stuff, man. But you don't put it, because then when people realize they're talking directly to the owner, for one, you make your business look smaller. Then for two, they just straight, let's just say you get a salesperson or you got a VA or anything. They start skipping everybody, come straight to you every time, worrying you to death. That's not what we want, because now they ain't following the system. So I definitely don't put owner. I didn't put founder. What I always had put was managing director. But now, guess what? I don't even put that now, because sometimes I still go in the field to like do sales and stuff, whether I'm trying to do a training video for y'all. One time anyway. But what I put now is sales representative. I don't need them to know I'm nobody at this point. Like, I'm just trying to close the deal. But that's me at this point. I think that seems to happen too, though. The bigger you get, the less you want to be seen. The smaller you are, you always want to be seen, right? I think when you first starting, it's fine to be, managing director or whatever nice title that you got that you want to give yourself. That's cool, because you got to sell yourself anyway when you first starting off. You can't really sell the company because you ain't got nothing to sell. You ain't got no results, right? Mm-hmm. So in the beginning, it's okay to put that, but as you grow, I would probably put something like sales representative or something like that and keep it there. But that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's some kind of trend with new business owners trying to call themselves a founder and stuff. I mean, it is, but and I don't know, or see, it just kind of is just like, are you really though? So I want to earn my founder title. So I'm gonna wait till somebody else call me founder, but I'm with you. I'm like operations manager or something like that.
I went at the beginning stages. I was real big. It's crazy that you said that. I didn't ever think about how the beginning stages and how they level up. Because you're right. The more you get away, you want to hold up. I don't want them to know the owner. I want you to talk to the manager. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear nothing. But when I first I wanted to be owner operator. I wanted to be the owner operator. I had it on my business card. But when I leveled up from being the operator, it was 1 year. The beginning of the year, I took operator off. I just wanted to be the owner. Now listening to you, I'm gonna take the owner off, because now so it's levels of this thing, man. So yeah, but
our cards don't have anything on it. It's just like housekeeper, Airbnb, cleaning services, and on the back is our information. That's all y'all need to know.
And you know when I started saying founder too, by the way, because I didn't say that at first, but now I always use it when I introduce myself on platforms and stuff. The reason why I say founder now is because
well, you are a founder now.
Well, no,
the company bigger.
I got the app, and it, like, what if I sell? I want, even though the company will still be around, at least they'll always know I'm the guy that started that big company that's, you know, $1 billion now. Even though I'm not still the owner, but I founded, I started. So that's all. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why I started finally saying that.
I think founder goes with how big the company is. Like, I wouldn't say I'm the founder of. I mean, I don't know. I'm the founder of a sink cleaning solution. We don't have number like 30,000 a month. We create. I mean, like, we not over nowhere else. It's just see smile, right? So
we ain't that big either. No, man, we ain't that big. Felicia Ariana says, any suggestions on landing top golf? That's why I want to make sure you got that one. Well, actually, yeah, go ahead.
So, all right. So for me, I got that through my franchise, right? So let's be for real. I got through my franchise. Now, how do I get big clients right now is a challenge because what I found out is that a lot of times we're not positioned well online and the supporting things to make us feel like we're big enough. I'll go into some place and then I don't, my social media don't look like my website don't look like I can handle those big type of things. Cause a lot of times I see business owners, they don't position themselves as professional. So when we're looking for those big contracts, they're going to be looking for you on social media. They're going to be looking for you to make sure what's your reputation, how is that going on? And if we don't have those things in check, and this is my thought, if we don't have those things scaled up correctly, then it's going to be a challenge to get inside of those. And another thing is, I would say the bigger contracts that I've got recently has been through word of mouth, like just by me doing what I'm doing and somebody know that I'm doing it and they say, hey, he cleans, and then I got it. That's how I did this big old apartment complex that I'm doing right now. It was from somebody that know I clean. Oh, and another thing, say yes. Say yes. I got people calling me and I just say yes. I was listening to 10X Rule years ago, and he said, say yes till you're forced to say no. A lot of times we say, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm saying yes to hey, yes. Again, that's how what made me think of that is that's how I got this big contract I'm working on. She was calling around and everybody was like, no, I can't get it done. And the next day they called me, we're going to get it done the same night. I got people waiting to respond like within 24 hours. If somebody called me today, I'm pretty sure if I will go in there and do it just so I have somebody on site tonight, just so I can bring that comfort to the client, whoever's calling.
Yep.
I love that one. I remember you said that too in one of your first interviews with me. You was talking about just say yes. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. All right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap it up here. We've been on here for a minute. I'm actually still having fun. Usually I'd be tired by now. I ain't even tired. I'm having fun.
I appreciate you having me on, man.
And I'm good.
Right. But yeah, I gotta take my son to basketball practice, so we'll wrap it, y'all. But I appreciate y'all for coming on, both of y'all and Carolyn as well. Thank you so much. Matter of fact, shout out to Carolyn. This was her idea. She said, fuck it, pull up on a Tuesday. We're gonna get on that. Let's you know what I mean? Tell these people come to this conference. And shout out to Miss what was her last name again? I'm sorry. Winfrey, I believe it was. Winbush. Shout out to Miss Winbush. She got her ticket while we was on the live. Shout out to her again. Shout out to everybody who already got tickets. Shout out to everybody that's gonna meet us there in Las Vegas, www.cbnconference.com. Get y'all tickets. Man, before we go, y'all want to share with the people, let us know who y'all, how can they find you and follow your journey from here?
Okay, everybody, I'm Mila Arzu. I go by Mila the Housekeeper on the internet. And I clean Airbnbs in Texas, and I'm trying to expand to the rest of the world, the rest of the United States. And I do mentoring. I got a mentorship program going on right now, actually, for the next 2 months. I'll probably do another one 2 months after that. And what else I got going on? I got a course. I got a lot of things going on. Just if you're interested in Airbnb, you know how to find me.
I'm William Wade. I finally got my systems in place so where I feel like now I want to be online and more engaged. My first thing was I wanted to get real estate to cleaning things set up. So my motto is taking people from cleaning to real estate in a matter of years. And I want to focus on some of the things that we overlook, like as far as financial setup, getting your personal credit in line, and starting getting your business in credit so that you can invest in real estate, using your cleaning business as a tool to actually leverage you up for financial freedom. You can find me on Facebook at Wishing Ain't Doing Enough, Instagram Wishing Ain't Doing Enough. And on YouTube, William Wade Jr. They had another William Wade on there, and he was a model, and he had a lot of subscribers. So I went with William Wade Jr. So but I'm gonna hawk him down though. He got like 9,000 subscribers. I'm at 1.3. So y'all go subscribe because I got to catch my guy William Wade, so I can be the original William Wade.
No, I gotta
my name.
I'm gonna check out William Wade.
Hey, you got 2 YouTube channels though, don't you?
Yeah, I have Wishing They Ain't Doing Enough channel, but that was more on the real estate. I stopped that because it was too hard. It's too challenging to draw two YouTube channels at one time. So what I said, let me focus on getting this to. Now I'm working on my 4,000 watch time hours. I'm about like 2,000 now, so I'm halfway there.
I'm right with you. I blew out my second channel. That shit is not easy to do, bro. So, and I'm still working on the watch time too. But I'm with you. But yeah, y'all. So I'm AJ Simmons, founder of the Clean Biz Network. You want to start or grow your commercial cleaning company? If you're residential, we take you to. We usually can help y'all as well, but I really focus on that commercial end. Make sure y'all check us out at www.cleanbiznetwork.app, and make sure you go to www.cbnconference.com to get your tickets to meet us all at the Clean Biz Network Conference in 2024, February the 28th through March the 1st. But tickets stop selling next week, y'all. So get your tickets ASAP, y'all. Don't wait till the last minute. Get them out the way now. You don't got to February to buy your ticket. You got to next week to buy your ticket. So make sure you go to the website ASAP. It's right there on the screen, cbnconference.com. And I think that's all we got. Y'all appreciate y'all for coming.
Yeah, no,
I appreciate you, man.
I think it's one thing left to do.
Headed to the top, ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids on property. Bubble